Hello guys, very good morning everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S exam prep, and welcome once again to the GATE mock test. Yes, it's the last month, probably just around 20 days left for the GATE examination. Time to, take up more and more number of mock tests, and you might be already taking it. But just for a change, sometimes, we bring you the online live on-screen mega mocks where we'll be having live question and answer discussion of all 65 questions, exactly as the GATE pattern, as this name itself is suggesting you, that we are going to cover up 30 questions of 1 mark, 35 questions of 2 mark, including aptitude, including maths, including your technical subjects, and the questions will be a mixture of MCQ, MSQ and NAT type of questions. So just to give you real exam pattern, okay, and practicing live on the YouTube, because YouTube, many a time students keep practicing on practice sessions. So this is also a kind of practice session. Okay, but in this practice session we take a mixed questions, and this is for EC. Okay, next we'll very soon bring for EE, like last month also we brought for both EC and EE, guys. Okay, so quickly let everybody join. Quickly, like everybody join quickly so that we can begin up this mock test. Hi, very good morning everyone. Update all your friends that the session is live and we are going to start quickly. We'll try to take up quick question and answer in this discussion. Very soon, Kamal, maybe next 3 to 4 days, we'll have the EE mock test also. Just stay subscribed to the channel so that you keep getting all updates. Just keep getting all updates without any miss. So just subscribe to the channel in case you're not subscribed. Right, good morning Durga Prasad, Rox, Dreamer, Naveen, Navya, very good morning everyone. A very good morning everyone. Time to begin up, I think. All right, chalo students, more students will keep joining. Let me begin up the session then, dear students. All right, guys. Okay, very good morning once again everyone. Let's get started. This is the introduction for GATE. Now let's focus only on the questions. But yes guys, you know that even this mock test, we have included the MSQ questions, because that is going to be a fundamental element of the GATE examination probably, right? Yes, good morning animator, good morning Snehansh, Satish. So that is why guys, just to enhance your MSQ practice at the end moment, we are bringing you a master MSQ series that will be live on the same channel where you're watching this session from 17 February for EE, EC, IN and computer science students, right? Subject by subject MSQ question, dedicated MSQ practice, right? What can be the expected type of MSQ questions and what can be their approach of handling the MSQ questions live. Daily MSQ question series will going on. Do not forget to subscribe so that you get all these updates without any miss, right? Okay, and also guys, on the BYJU'S exam prep app, once again, now this is a live mega mock. This is the live mock that you're attending, but yes, there is a live mega mock, all India open mega mock that can make you compete between thousands of students, tell you your performance, your ranking, your mistakes, everything. Okay, do not forget to enroll for it, and it's a free mock test. Okay, and you can just register now on the app, and this has already been live from 10 January. 2 more days are there. It is live up to the 16th January. Hi, good morning Karthik. Okay, yes guys, so those who are waiting for aptitude, they have not studied. Okay, you want a revision of aptitude, you want to study that in very quick time. So if you have still not studied for general aptitude, don't worry, the BYJU'S exam prep is here. And okay, like last year, many students got benefited. Okay, I hope this year also this is going to help a lot of students. 15 marks in 15 hours. Okay, of the series, 15 marks in 15 hours, and the complete details. Okay, first of all, if you have not studied general aptitude, if you have studied slightly, if you have studied completely, what should be your approach in the last month? Okay, so tonight I'm coming live at 8 p.m. to discuss some basic points and strategy points upon general aptitude. After that, in this session only, I will announce when is the time, what is the time, when is the class, that 15 hours, how I have divided the content, what are the topics going to be covered. So first of all, let's connect tonight at 8 p.m. This is going to be a small and short session, but this will give you the introduction of aptitude, its approach in the last month, and after that I'll tell you the entire schedule. Okay, this is going to include verbal as well. This is going to include verbal as well. Of course, I don't deal with verbal, so verbal ke liye Ashutosh sir will be there anyways to help you out. Right? Chalo, cool. So let's get started then. Okay, so first, let's cover up the non-tech part. Let's first cover up the general aptitude and then let's enter into the technical zone. Okay, update and share this session quickly. The first question, guys, now the timer is on. Yes, guys, now we are on. The ratio of the present age of Ajay and Vijay is 13:7, whereas 4 years ago it was 11:15. Ajay's age will be exactly 80% of Vijay's age after dash years. After how many years? Very good morning, everyone. Come on, quickly take up your pen, paper, calculator, everything ready with you and start solving this question. Where are the rules? I put up the rules. Where have they gone? I don't know. Maybe it's missed. I'm sorry for that. Chalo, anyways. I'll just suggest you one thing, keep a notebook ready with you. Okay, not only for solving, keep one page of the notebook ready to write down the questions that you are answering correctly. Write down your marks. Right? Yes, IN. We'll bring a IN full length also. We'll very soon bring up a IN full length also. Okay. Dear, we'll bring up a IN full length also. So guys, just to update you, take up a single page of notebook and keep writing your marks. First question, whether it is the right. So with every question, I've written the mark. If you answer it right, write down 1 mark. If you answer it wrong, write down -1/3 because it is MCQ. It will have negative marks. Similarly, for every question, write down and at the end, collect how many marks you have got. Okay, and only solve using virtual calculator. The ratio of the present age of Ajay and Vijay is 13:7, whereas 4 years ago it was 11:15. Ajay's age will be exactly this much. So chalo guys, quickly, I think it is done. Right now, Ajay and Vijay's age. Agar main present ki baat karu, very quickly guys. If I talk about the present, Ajay will be having the age of 13K and Vijay will be having the age that of the 17K, right? And if I go 4 years back, 4 years ago, their age was 11:15. So 4 years ago, what will be the age? For Ajay, 13K -4, less 4. For Vijay, it would be 17K -4, but this ratio was 11/15. From here, you can get the value of K. This is 195K minus 60 is equal to 11/7, so 187K minus 44. Correct. So you are left with how much? 8K being equal to the 16K is equal to the 2, right? So if K is equal to 2, the current age of Ajay is 26. That of the Vijay is 34. That is what is the present picture. Now, Ajay's age will be exactly 80% after suppose X year. After suppose X years le liya. So 26 plus X will be the age of Ajay and this should be 80%. That is 0.8. Take care of the 34 plus X. Guys, please solve it up. You are going to get the value of X is equal to 8. Answer is going to be the option number C. Answer is going to be the option number C. Right, very, very good morning, Chinmoy. So guys, what I will do is, and what I can suggest you also is, while any question has been given to you, while any of the question I have given to you, what you can quickly do is, till I write down the solution, maybe you can pause or maybe you can mute the video. If not pause, mute the video so that you also solve parallelly. Okay, but if I wait for everybody to solve and then I start solving, it becomes unnecessary a lengthy session. Okay, so it will spoil your time. So better, where I have given the question, you can mute it. Keep solving on your notebook. Once you are done, check up. Okay, what is the answer? If it is C, balle, no problem. But if you have got any other answer, if you have not got any correct answer, so then you can look into the solution. And anyways, the PDF will be there in your Telegram. Don't worry, I'll share you the PDF in Telegram so you can see the solution later on also for your reference. Clear? So let us follow this approach. Next question, guys. Chinnaswamy is driving to pick up his son from school on a Saturday, which is a half day. Okay, on his way to school, he crossed the church, which is 1/5 of the way to school at 9:50 hours, and exactly 10 minutes later, he went past a temple, which is 1/3 of the way to school. Okay, so exactly 10 minutes later, he covered up how much of the distance? 9:50 he crossed the church, which is, okay, I'll just use a small instance that distance is equal to speed into time. You can also solve this by the unitary method. But what is the first distance he covered? At 9:50, he is at 1/5 of the way. Okay, 1/5 of the way. So he has covered D by 5 of the total distance. Okay, but exactly 10 minutes later, he went past a temple, which is 1/3 of the way. So he has now come 1/3 of the way. So distance traveled is 1/3 of D. Okay, this is the net distance traveled, but in how much minute? Okay, with his speed at 10 minutes, right? Let's say the time I have just written in minutes only, no issues, right? So this will give you 5 minus 3. 2D is divided by 15 is equal to 10s. I am again assuming that you have put this time mute and you are solving your own as well. Now, the time after 10 hours at which he reaches his school son in dash minute. Achha. So, total distance ki agar baat kare, so total distance is covered in how much time? Total distance is covered in how much time? Okay. The total distance and remaining, the time after 10 hours. So, how much is the remaining? Right, how much is the remaining distance? Dear, he already reached 1/3 mark. Remaining is 2/3. He already reached 1/3. Okay. So, what is the time taken? Time taken is distance divided by the speed. Speed of the same person remains to be same. What is the value of 2d? Yahan se 2d likh liya, that will become the 150s. So this is 150s divided by 3 divided by s. S and s got cancelled. It is going to be 50 minutes. So time after 10 hours, okay, is 50 minutes required. It is 50 minutes required. It is the D. Everybody, it is the T. Now you can match your answers, and if you have got correct, put down +1 mark. If you have not got correct, you can just refer to the solution. You can just refer to the solution, right? Okay, if any doubt, please post it in the chat box. There is no compromise with the doubts. And guys, it's more than 50 students live. Do not forget to like the session. Let's be all positively motivated. Guys, like the session and let's attempt the next question. If O is 16, FOR is 14, then what is front equal to? This is a question based on coding and decoding. This is a question, logical reasoning, coding and decoding. If O is 16, now let me tell you that O actually is nothing but the 15th letter, right? And with respect to letter, I have told you the code also, HOT. How to remember the position of every letter? You know, either you count from beginning, that can just be wasting your time, or you can just remember the milestone letters. This is what is your milestone for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, every fifth letter, right? O is known as the 15th letter, and this is 16. This is given as 16. So that means this is 15 plus 1. So let us understand what is the type of coding going on here, right? Then FOR. What is the F? F is actually 6th letter, O is the 15th letter, and RST. R is going to be 18 because I remember T in the mind. So it's easy to write down. Okay. Now, if I add this, it is clearly coming to be 33 plus 6, 39. Where it is 42. That means again, every letter is added with 1. Then you get 42. Then you get 42. 39 plus 3. So similarly, what is front equal to? Acha, front mein na, FRO is just a rearrangement of 42. Now, because it's addition, it's commutative. A plus B plus C. Okay. Or, this one, OR and exchange. A plus B is B plus A. R plus O is O plus R. So that is okay. Okay. This part is 42. Let's talk about NT part. Right. How much is N? N is 14. Okay. And T is 20. 14 plus 1 karenge, 20 plus 1 karenge. This is going to be 34 plus 2, 36. So your answer has to be 36 and 42. This is 8, 70. My answer has to be 78. Right. It's a simple 1 mark question. It's a simple coding. It's a simple coding applied here. Right, everybody? It's a very simple coding applied here. And we have got the answer number D as the correct answer. Yes, Sai Charan, Dreamer, Anushka, very correct answer. Right. Mayuri. Right. And if you just are able to match the answer, you can just comment your answers as well. Okay, guys, next question, a basic question from verbal ability. Choose the appropriate word out of the 4 options to complete the following statements. Frog. What will frog do? What is the sound made by frog? It's croak. Let's not discuss much on this. Let's move to the next. Frogs croak. The sound made by frogs. Right. Okay, that is croak. Next question, guys, on your screen. Next question on your screen. Ram and Shyam shared a secret and promised to each other that it would remain between them. Again, a verbal basic question. Very basic question. Again, I don't deal with verbal, but it's very simple. I can, just maybe a few seconds, everybody can solve it up. Ram expressed himself in one of the following ways given in the choices below. Identify the correct way as per the standard English. Right. So Ram and Shyam shared a secret and promised to each other that it would remain between them. So what will Ram express? Okay, it would remain between you and me. It would remain between I and you. It would remain between you and I. It would remain with me. Not with me. It is remaining between both us. We both have a promise. It is you and I or you and me. You and me. The other person will be referred to as the you. Ram himself will be referring as me. Okay. Will be referring as me. So it's going to be A. That's done. Okay. So it's a simple 1 mark verbal question. Let's move to the next now. The 2 mark question. Okay, little decent questions now for the 2 marks category. Let's move ahead. There are 108 trees in a garden. Again, I tell you, you can mute. Watch the question, solve yourself, match the options, right? Okay, each tree having a distinct number of fruits. There are 108 trees and each tree having distinct number of fruits. Tree number 1 has 2 fruits. Tree number 2 has double the number of fruits, right? If I write down the tree number here, right, and if I write down the total number of fruits on the tree number, you will get a pattern here. So tree number 1 has what, dear? The tree number 1 has 2 fruits. Okay, sorry, tree number 1, tree number 2, tree number 3, etc. There are the 108 trees. Tree number 1 has 2 fruits mentioned. Then the tree number 2 has double the number of fruits, right? Double the number of fruits. This is 2 cross 2. Okay, double the number of fruits of the first tree. Likewise, tree number 3 has double. Every time it just doubles. Every time it just doubles. So tree number 3 has double the number of fruits compared to second one. Compared to second one. So twice of 4. That is going to be 8. And etc. 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 Is that okay, everybody? Etc. 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 Clear to everybody? So now if all the fruits matlab I need the total. All the fruits on all the trees are put together and put in packets of 7 each. How many fruits remain unused? So what is the total number of fruits there? What is the total number of fruits? Is this going to form a series? Dear all, what is the total number of fruits? It is addition from 2, 4, 8, etc., 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 up to 108 terms. And what is this series, guys? Everybody, you might have understood that this is nothing but a GP coming up. This is nothing but an indirect question on GP plus one more concept. Very good question. Okay, it's GP. So what is the sum of the GP? Sum of 108 terms. So total fruits will be sum of 108 terms, and that is given by the formula, right? What is the SN formula? What is the SN formula for GPA? R power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. Let me apply. The first term is A. The common ratio is also 2. So 2 power n. N is equal to 108 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. Right. Denominator is just 1. So this is twice of 2 power 108 minus 1. Clear, everybody? These are the total number of fruits. Now they have to be packed in packets of 7 each. They have to be packed in the packets of 7 each. How many fruits will remain unused? How many fruits will remain unused? Okay, so how many will remain unused? Divide. Okay, and if there is some remainder, okay, if there is some remainder, how many will remain unused? That is equal to, first divide the total by 7. Packets of 7. If the total is the integral multiple of 7, then complete packing will be there. If not, when you do this calculation, there will be a remainder. That remainder will remain unused. That remainder will remain unused. Okay, that remainder will remain unused. So next thing that you have to worry about is the remainder here. Guys, I need to work on what is going to be my remainder. What is going to be my remainder when 2 raised to 2 into 2 ki power 108 minus 1 is divided by what? Is divided by the 7. Is divided by 7. Clear to everybody? Okay, is divided by 7. So what is going to be the remainder? If I just show you the pattern, 2 power 1 minus 1. Okay, what is the remainder? 1. 2 power 1 minus 2 power 2 minus 1. 3. 3 divided by 7, remainder is still 1. 2 power 3 minus 1. Everybody please pay attention. 2 power 3 is 8. 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. There is no remainder. I am writing the pattern here. Okay, 2 power 4 minus 1. Now that is 15. 15 divided by 7, remainder 1. So that is what it has repeated now. So pattern will repeat. You know how we solve the remainder problems? By making the pattern. Okay, by making the pattern. So it repeats after 3. There is a cyclic period of 3. Right. That means remainder. Now cyclic pattern 3. What is the 208? Let us come here. I have 2 into 2 raised to the power 108. 1 plus 8 is 9 divisible by 3. Okay, the 2 power, it's a multiple of 3. 2 power, it's a multiple of 3. And whenever you take a multiple of 3, at every multiple of 3, at every multiple of 3, at every multiple of 3, you will get the 0 remainder. This is going to be 0. Cyclic period of 3 है, तो इन दोनों points को mix करते हैं. That is the remainder. When 2 raised to the power 3 or any multiple of 3 minus 1 is divided by 7, it's going to be 0. Clear to everybody? Clear to everybody? So that's what is going to be your answer. Let's move ahead. Hope you have matched your answers by this time. You were on mute. And yes, guys, D is going to be the correct answer. It's D. Let's move ahead to the next. Let us move ahead to the next question. Here it is. S, M, E, and F are working in shifts in a team to finish a project. Okay, M works with twice the efficiency of others, but half for as many days as E worked. S and M have half-hour shifts in a day, whereas E and F have 12-hour shifts. What is the ratio of contribution of M to the contribution of E in the project? Okay, contribution of E in the project. S, M, E, and F are working in shifts in a team to finish a project. M works with twice the efficiency of others, but for half as many days as E worked. Okay, acha, what is the ratio of the contribution of M to the contribution of E? To the contribution of E. Clear, everybody? Okay, now M works with twice the efficiency. Now, you can just watch my time and work classes. I have told you very clearly. Okay, for CS also we'll conduct soon, don't worry. Rather, we'll conduct that soon. Okay, so what is the work? Okay, here the work can be number of men into number of days into number of hours into the efficiency, right? But M means not the person M, but I'm talking about single person. I'm talking about one person, right? So if I talk about one person, M is equal to 1. So let me remove that M. M is equal to 1. Let me remove that N, and it is only DHE. It is only DHE. Okay, because we are discussing the brief solution. Details you can check in my sessions. I have taught you time and work earlier also, right? So if I want to talk about M, so what is the work done by M? Okay, M works with twice the efficiency of others, but half as many days as E worked, right? As E worked. Okay, तो E का भी लिखते जाते हैं यहाँ पे. Suppose what is the work done by E? What is the work done by E? Suppose that is equal to D days and H hours, but E works how many? E has 12 hours shift. That value is given into 12, and suppose the efficiency of E is E. Then what is going to be W1? M works with twice the efficiency, but for half as many days, half. So as E worked D, this is going to be D by 2. M works 6 hours. S and M 6 hour shifts in a day, and efficiency of E will be twice E. M works with twice the efficiency of others. Twice the efficiency of others, right? तो यहाँ पे इसको into 2 करना है और यहाँ पे इसको half करना है. And now we are there just to calculate the ratio. So what is the W1 is to W2, right? The W1 is to W2 is, that is 6 DE. DE will get cancelled, and this is going to be 12 DE. Your answer is 1 is to 2. Your answer is 1 is to 2. Some little different question on timer. Well, it's a regular concept, is regular. Oh, no. But you know, usually they keep asking, they work together, how much time will be taken to work together, and etc, etc, etc. It's going to be B. Correct answer is option number B. This is the 2 marks. If you have got it correct, very good. Put 2 marks correct on your screen, and let's move to the next question. A rectangular room having the dimensions 3.74 cross 5.78 is required to be tiled using minimum number of identical square tiles, the number of such tiles, and the area of each tile. Again, a good question. A rectangular room having the dimensions 3.74 cross 5.78 is required to be tiled using minimum number of identical square tiles. Using minimum number of identical square tiles. Okay. Number of such tiles and area of each tiles, right? So, you know, in centimeter square, let's convert that into centimeter, and I have a rectangular room. Understand this question, guys, first of all. I have a rectangular room, let's say something like this. Let's say something like this, where this dimension can be 578 centimeter and this dimension can be 374 centimeter. I've converted into the centimeters. Okay, now this is to be tiled using minimum number of identical square tiles. Okay, using minimum number of identical square tiles, right? So I can divide this. Right. Let this be N1 tile, let this be N2, and let's say this is, suppose. Okay, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, etc. up to the N1 tiles. Okay, and then we have to have a square tiles. So now this is what is one tile, this is what is second, and etc, etc, etc. This is going to be the last. Okay, let's say this is first tile, second tile, etc, etc, up to mth tile. इसको सिर्फ n बोल देते हैं. Okay, so maybe you know, when I split this in the rows, in the column it can be n columns, there can be m rows. Okay, but each tile is square. Each tile is square. Let's say this particular tile this particular tile is A cross A. That means this is A and this is A. Let's assume, because every tile is square. Every tile is square. So let this be A cross A. But what is required is n times A. Now this is A, n times. What is required is n times A should be exactly 578, dear. Right. And then m times A is equal to 374. Vice versa, if you think. Very good, Vanya. Vanya has got the correct answer. Very good. Quickly. Now, dekho, 578, if you see from the reverse angle, I can write this 578 is n into A or 374 is m into A. That means I can tell you that A is a factor of 578, A is a factor of 374. Very clearly, A is a common factor. A is a common factor. What? Of both. Of 578 as well as 374. As well as what? As well as the 374. Clear, everybody? It's a common factor. But you want minimum number of tiles. What do you want? Using minimum number of identical square tiles. Right. Minimum number of tiles means n and m. These numbers n and m have to be minimum. Right. This can be minimum if A is maximum. The product is constant. Na? Right. For minimum value of m and n. M and n can be minimized if A is big, because left hand side is fixed, right? A has to be maximum. Now, what is the maximum common factor? That is known as highest common factor, dear. That is known as what? Highest common factor of 578 is multiplied by 374. 578 is multiplied by 374. Okay, guys, basic calculations up to you. I hope you all know how to calculate the HCF. Do calculate, you will get it as 34. Do calculate this HCF, you will get this as the 34, dear. Okay. Now, if this is 34, what is the number of such tiles? Right. What is the number of such tiles required? And what is the area of each tile? Right. Area is 34 square. Area is A square for a square tile. And that will be 1156. Okay, next. The number of tiles, the total number of tiles is the total area divided by the area of each tile. This will come up to be 187. Answer C will be your right answer. Got this, everybody? Yes, Sahiti also got the correct answer. Very good. So this is going to be answer number C. This is going to be answer number C, everybody. 187 and 1156. 187 and 1956. Cool, eh? Next question, guys. Next question. Okay. But this HCF calculation, and I hope you can do it. This very basic calculation. Okay. Study the following pie chart and the bar diagram. So two things are given in the same. Study the following pie chart and bar diagram. The sum of the number of girls in school C, the number of girls in school E, and the number of boys in school D together. What is the sum of that? It's a 2 marks NAT question. What is the sum equal to, everybody? What is that sum equal to? Tell me. Just a moment. What is that sum equal to? Yes, tell me. What is that sum equal to? The sum of the number of girls in school C. Acha, what is this pie chart telling you? Percentage wise distribution of students in 6 different schools. The total number of students is 6,000. The number of boys in each school out of 6,000. So, number of boys to given hai. Number of boys in school D. This is a required data and this is equal to 600. So, this data is known to me. The number of boys, that is directly known. What is not known is number of girls in school C and school E. Then we have to add these things. Right, girls in school C, sir, girls in school E and boys in school D. Boys in school D to pata hai, 600. That is a known value. Girls in school C will be how much? Right, how much will be the girls in C? Right, total minus boys. Simple idea, na? You are given a total pie chart and you are given the boys bar graph. Total minus boys. School C ki baat kar rahe. Where is the C, sir? This is the C. 26% of 6,000. Okay, so this is 0.26 of 6,000 minus the boys. What is the boys in C? What is the boys in C? 900. So minus 900. Calculations last mein karte hain. Similarly, how many are the girls in E? How many are the girls in E, dear? Girls in E, 29%. So that is going to be 0.29 of 6,000 minus the boys in E. Boys in E, this is 1,200, so less 1,200, and then last is boys in the school D, correct hai na? Boys in the school D, that is a known value of 600. We need to add this total, right? We need to add this total. So 29 and 26, this is going to be 55. 0.55 of 6,000, right? Minus 2100 and plus the 600. Everybody just tell me the answer. Do we have some answer? Okay. Yeah, that turns out to be 1700. That turns out to be 1700. Just tally up your calculations here, correct? Just tally up your calculations here. Okay. Okay, looks good. 1700. Yes. Correct. No, plus 600. Sorry, that should be 1800, guys. This was plus 600, na? Just one more time. Yeah, it has to be 18 only. It has to be 18. Perfect. Yeah, 1800, guys. 1800. Yeah, guys, I say 17. You also started agreeing with 17. No, I don't want you to repeat my calculation, dear. फंस गए आप लोग यहाँ पे. I don't want you to repeat my calculation. I was looking for your calculation. I told you, verify the calculation once. Okay, please don't repeat my calculation. Okay, 1800. I don't know, it's a coincidence or what, you all started writing 1700, but now all of you start writing 1800. Chalo, great, no problem. So this is the data interpretation expected questions we all know. Moving ahead to the next. Social science disciplines were in existence in an amorphous form until the colonial period when they were institutionalized. Guys, okay. Guys, it's a verbal, passage question. Which of the following options can be logically inferred, right? I'll leave this to you. Just answer and let me know, because let's not discuss that. Let's now move towards the digital. Okay, the answer for this question is going to be A. You can just, rectify that. Let's not go into, the verbal part here. It's a 2 marks MCQ expected question. Okay, conclusion of a passage, reading based question. Right. It's going to be A, guys. Let's move ahead to the questions that we can actually discuss here. And now guys, it's the time to turn up to the digital, but at the same time, before we start up the digital, a quick updates for you that just the next Sunday, not this one, next Sunday, 15 January at 12:30 p.m. your favorite Abhinav sir is coming live, okay, to talk about 7 success mantras. Convert yourself from a beginner to a topper in GATE 24. So this is going to be helpful, okay, this is going to be helpful if you are going to prepare for GATE 24, or if you're seniors, juniors, colleagues, anybody in your touch, you can update them. This again happens on our app. And guys, yes, once again, this was the 10 general aptitude questions. If you feel that you really need to revise or you need to get a command on general aptitude, the Maha revision marathon comes to ensure your 15 marks in 15 hours, live from 15th January. This is going to be live from 15th January. This is going to be live from 15th of January. Okay, tonight is the introduction session. Tonight 8 p.m. already I told you. Tonight 8 p.m. on the same channel. Do come live. Let us discuss about general aptitude tricks, techniques. Okay, and then the entire schedule from 15th. Right, how the timing is divided, what topic will come at what day, everything will be announced in that session. So tonight 8 p.m. Then from tomorrow we are starting with the class. Okay, and then guys, very shortly we are coming up with, okay, nothing is impossible. Yes, nothing is impossible, guys. Me and Ankit sir to cover up the non-stop math marathon, the complete syllabus in 2 days, coming shortly. This also I'll announce by tomorrow, the dates for this. So stay connected to us. We'll announce everything. Now to discuss the digital circuits question. Here it is, the first question. Given 125x as a number system question I have taken. Okay, sometimes they come, so let's discuss that also. If 125 in base x is 203 in base 5, what is the value of the radix x? What is the value? So the simple way of dealing with this question, everybody knows, is to convert it into the decimal. Convert both into decimal, right? So this is going to be 125 is in base x and 203 is in the base 5. Converting into decimal, just compare the decimal forms. Okay, so we get x square plus 2x plus 5 should be equal to 2 is multiplied by the 5 square plus 0 plus 3, right? Or I have the x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 53, right? Or I have x square plus 2x minus of 48 will be equal to 0. So factorizable as how much? 6 and 8 so will be the numbers, and plus 2 hai, so x plus 8 and then minus 6 would be 0, and x is equal to minus 8 or plus 6. Base can't be negative. So final answer, the radix of the calculation has to be 6. Has to be how much, dear? 6. Right. So yeah, very easily you've got this. Yes. Yes, all of you. Yes, Dreamer, Karthik, Chinmoy, Supratika, Mayuri. All correct. 6 is the correct answer. Second question for the digital, that is 12th question, 1 mark NAT question. 1 mark NAT question, but it's a decent, good question. This one is a decent. This is also NAT question. A decent, good question. Okay. Now, there's a multiplexer. Okay, this select line has to be here. The select line is given. This is the 1. Isko hata dete hain. And this is the 1. I0 and I1. So, very simple analysis of the circuit says that, ki, sir, if S is taken as 0, select line can be 0. Okay, then how the circuit looks like? Then you have an inverter. Okay, but then here the inverter is skipped. I come from the I0 line, and then the output of the multiplexer, which is I0, again goes to the I0 input here. Here also there is no inverter, and then we get the final output. So the final thing is just having one inverter in a sense. Okay, this is the number one story. And this inverter has a delay of 10 nanoseconds. If I take the S is equal to 1, okay, if S is equal to 1, then I1 will be selected. So this inverter will also come into the role. So then we have an inverter with the delay of 20 nanoseconds, and then S is equal to 1. So this also will be I1. This input will also be I1 connected. That is the inverter output taken, and then we get the final output again connected back here. This is having 10 nanoseconds, 20 and 20. 20 and 20. What is the minimum frequency of this circuit? Can you now say? So what is the picture coming to you is the ring oscillator clearly. Okay, how much is the delay here? How much is the delay here? Total delay 10 nanoseconds. How much is the total delay in this next picture, dear? 10 plus 20 plus 20, that is 50 nanoseconds. That is the 50 nanoseconds. So for the S is equal to 0, if I talk about the scenario, for the S is equal to 0, okay, what is going to be the frequency? We know that 1 upon 2 TD is the formula. For the ring oscillator, you know that. So 1 upon, ये तो delay of each inverter है. This is known as the delay of each inverter. Okay, मैं इसको उस form में लिख रहा था. Okay, so let me directly write down there only. So 1 upon twice of 10 nanosecond. Okay, so this is how much? 10 power 9 divided by 20, and this is going to be 1000 by 20, 50 will come, 1000 by 20, 50 megahertz. But if I want to talk about the S equal to 1 scenario, this is going to be 1 divided by twice of 50 nanoseconds. In the second case, the total delay of the inverter chain is 50 nanoseconds, and that will become 10 raised to the power 9 divided by 100, and this is going to be 10 megahertz. So what is the minimum frequency is going to be the 10 megahertz. Clear, everybody? The minimum is going to be 10 megahertz. This is the NAT question. Basic, mux and ring oscillator you make from here. Clear to everybody? Chalo, done hai. Okay, with this, the next question, number 13 is here for you. The number 13 is here for you. A function is defined as f a b c d is equal to summation 0 to 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 14. Which of the following is correct? It's a 2 marks MSQ question. This one is a 2 marks MSQ question. 2 marks MSQ question. Right. Not specified means, of course, not specified, Tushar. So, of course, it has to be taken as 0. There's no other path, no other option. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, they can specify, but that isn't mentioned here. Mux ka delay given hi nahi hai na? Acha, that is mentioned. Okay, sorry. I thought it is not mentioned. But still, it's not going to affect our answer. So now, in that case, you will have a delay after this 20 nanoseconds. यहाँ पे भी एक delay आएगा 10 nanoseconds का, and यहाँ पे भी एक delay आएगा 10 nanoseconds का. Is that clear to everybody? There will be a delay of 10, but still not going to affect the answer. Yeah, it's given. Okay, it is given. So then this total delay will become how much, sir? Then this is going to become the 70, na? isn't it? Then this is going to become 70. Answer is still not affected. Answer will still be affected. No, यहाँ पे भी तो inverter का, sorry. So then this becomes the 30. Sorry. So I'll have a correction to this. This becomes the 30 then. This becomes the 30. Then this gets divided by the 60. This gets divided by the 140. Right. And then let us write down the answers. Clear, everybody? Given, yeah, it's specified. I think I missed that. No problem. So one is going to be the 16.67 megahertz. One is going to be the 16.67. There comes 30, and there 10 and 10 is added still. Cooler? Yeah. Okay. And then this one becomes how much? This is 7.14. This is how much? This is the 7.14. Clear? Just check your calculations. Yeah, itna hi hoga. Twice of 70, it becomes 7.14. So this answer is actually going to be 7.14. This is going to be 7.14. Okay. Now clear to everybody? Okay. Now check your answers. Hope it should be clear. Let's come back to this question. The function is 0 to 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 14. 0 to 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 14. Let's do this quickly. Okay. 4 variable K-map. Let's take that quickly and reduce the answer for this. But it's a MSQ question. So let's see what is the MSQ possibility from this question. Why this is MSQ, you'll understand once I draw this map. Right, everybody? Okay. Any doubt with the previous question? Now you can tell me. Yeah, Mayuri, great. Okay. So let's fill it up. 0, 2, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then you have 4, 5, 7, and then 8, 10, 14, and 15 is not given. That's what it is. So dear, if I match here, first of all, definitely the corner ones will be the quad. This is A, B. Function of A, B, C, D has been given to me. Okay, so I've placed AB here and I've placed the CD here. Okay, and then this one, the corner, 4 corners makes a quad. Quad is the largest group that I'm able to see here. And this quad is going to be B bar, D bar. Then, now think about this one. This can only be paired. So let's take this paired. Okay, let's take this paired. What is this pair? This is in A, C, outside D, AC, D bar. What about this one? This can also be only paired. This can also be only paired with the left one. So what could be that pair equal to? A bar, then within B and within D. A bar, B, D. Okay, now this single one is left. But let me write down the answer up to this point. This looks like B bar, D bar plus AC, D bar fixed plus A bar, B, D fixed. Now I am left with the one. Why I left it? Because there are the two possibilities to cover that. There are the two possibilities. Either top or either to the left. Okay, so for this one, there can be the two possibilities. Either of them. So it could be A bar, then C bar and D bar. If you take the vertical one, or if you take the horizontal one, it is A bar, B, C bar. Okay, then your answer is any of the two terms, A bar, C bar, D bar, or A bar, B, C bar. Both are equivalently correct here. Okay, both are equivalently correct here. A bar, C bar, D bar plus A bar, B, C bar. Now let's match. Okay, B bar, D bar, A bar, B, D, correct. Next is AC, D bar. AC, D bar bhi dono mein hai. Then you look into this. These are fixed terms. Then A bar, B, C bar or A bar, C bar, D bar. Both are correct. At least A and B are correct. It's a MSQ question. Eh? At least A and B are correct. But maybe C is also correct. You can't stop here because that is given to be a product of some form. That is given to be a product. This is the SOP expression. What about the POS expression? Okay, this is the SOP expression. What about the POS expression, dear? Same mein solve kare? Let's try to solve it in same. Okay, what is that POS expression? Okay, so POS ke liye I need F bar first of all. So this is 1. Okay, I'm just putting the entries in the same one. Hai na? I hope you will be able to understand that. I hope. So this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yahi pe put kiya. Okay. This is F bar and this is clearly a quad, undoubtedly. Okay, this is a quad. that is seen to me in A as well as D. Top to 1, bottom to 1. This also makes a quad, and this is in D and outside B. So this is B bar D, right? Out of this only, this is single, this has no adjacency, so this is anyway single. This is minterm number 6, right? So minterm number 6. So 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0, and then this can be paired only left. Okay, so this also has one possibility, that is AB D bar. AB D bar. This will give me the expression for F bar here. The F bar is what was the first quad, that is AD plus B bar D plus उस pair को लिख ले तो AB D bar plus A bar BC D bar. So what's going to be F? Now if I just apply the De Morgan's law, it should be A bar plus D bar into the B plus D bar. Does it look like this? A bar plus D bar, B plus D bar. Very good. Very good. Then A bar plus B bar plus D. Is it matching? A bar plus B bar plus D. No. ये match नहीं हुआ. ये was it C or D? एक बार फिर confirm कर लें. I got this. No, that is C bar only. That is C bar only. I'm so sorry. Sometimes this is how options can help you. Okay, A, B and outside C. That is A, B, C bar only. This is A, B, C bar, and hence this is equal to C. This is equal to C. Very correct. Very correct. Last term when you multiply A plus B bar plus C bar plus D. A plus B bar plus C bar plus D. A plus B bar plus C bar plus D. So option number C is also in my bank. Option number C is also in my bank. A, B, C. The correct answer for the question is A, B, C. Everybody okay? C is also correct answer of the function in the SOP form, right? Yeah, that's what. Now you have to be careful because a function can have a SOP form, can have a POS form, right? So they can ask that in the MSQ questions. Right? 2 SOP expressions and 1 POS expression, all are correct. Yes, Sinha, Hemant, Sagar, very good. Chalo, next question. So be prepared for MSQ, and that is why, guys, we know that we commit mistakes in that. What I told you in the beginning, very soon, that is from 17 January. Okay, we are coming up live with the MSQ series only, dedicated. Now you have prepared, but you need to be prepared with MSQ also if you need to be topper. So stay subscribed to the channel. 17 January onwards, MSQ sessions dedicated subject-wise, branch-wise, will be coming to you by different faculties. Okay, let's practice MSQs in the last, and let's go to the next question, number 14. In the digital circuit shown in the figure, the flip-flops have a setup time of 7. Okay, setup time given as 7 ka, worst case delay of 10 nanosecond is given. The AND gate has a delay of 15 nanoseconds. What is the maximum possible clock rate for the circuit to operate faithfully? Very simply, let's talk about this. You also keep solving, put this on mute, start solving, have a look into the circuit. First of all, guys, if you look into the flip-flop number 1, 2, 3, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, right? Flip-flops 1, 2, 3. Have a look into this, that input is pick JK11, JK11, JK11. They are in the toggle mode. This is the ripple. Up to the 3, it is the ripple connection also. They are in toggle mode. Forget the toggle mode. J and K are fixed. Inputs are fixed. Can I say that inputs are fixed? So do we need to wait for the inputs? Inputs are always, they have been fixed. So they are always ready at any time. We don't have the concept of setup time to be used here, right? They are already set. No setup time to be added here. No setup required here. Okay. There isn't any setup applied here. Okay. But first, second, third, they also form a ripple connection. Output Q goes to the clock. Output Q goes to the clock. And yeah, this is the main clock actually, which is applied here. Right. This is the F clock that they are looking for. This is the F clock that they are looking for. I think, yeah, this one. This is the external clock that goes to the first as well as the last flip-flop. Okay. Here. Now let us write down the time. Okay. Suppose this is the first clock edge applies at t equal to 0. Positive edge, hai na? Let's say this is t equal to 0. How much time is taken by the output to come here? 10 nanoseconds. All of the flip-flops have a delay of 10 nanoseconds. After 10 nanoseconds, worst case delay की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Okay, worst case means assuming the second one is also triggered, this will also take 10 nanoseconds. So here the output will be produced at 20, can I say? Right. Here the next output here, this will be produced, okay, although this is used, okay, but that is produced at 30 nanoseconds, 10 plus 10 plus 10. Then the AND gate will have a delay of 15 nanoseconds. So, okay, so AND gate input is ready at 30. So this is going to take 30 plus 15 more. The output of AND gate is ready at 15 nanoseconds. Okay, and then this same clock gets applied here. The same clock gets applied here. Isko samajhna. Okay, same clock was applied there. And I have already marked this as t equal to 0. I have already marked this as t equal to 0, right? And this is known as the t clock. This is the time period of the clock. But before the next clock has come, its input should be ready. Its input is ready at 45, but not only 45, its input should be ready before setup time. Okay, before setup time. What is the setup time given? T setup is given to you as a figure of 7. So whatever I have written, this 45 nanoseconds should be completed on or before this 7 nanoseconds. Okay, this 45 nanoseconds time, this 45 nanoseconds activity should be done on or before 7 nanoseconds. Is this clear to everybody? Right, is this clear to everybody? Okay. Or else we can plan one separate session, because there's an important concept, setup time and hold time. We can plan the separate session of this, no issues. This is t equal to 0, dear. This is known as the t equal to 0. So very clear from the picture that the t clock should be greater than or equal to 45 plus 7, that is 52 nanoseconds. That is how much? 52 nanoseconds. So what is the minimum clock period at which the circuit will work reliably? 52 nanoseconds. So what is the clock frequency? That can be, the time period is minimum, so clock frequency would be maximum. 1 upon 52, 10 power minus 9. Options are in mega. Okay, so 1000 divided by 52, little less than 20 aega, 19.23 aa raha hai. So this one is the 19.23 megahertz, everybody. 19.23 megahertz, 19.23 megahertz. Important question. Okay, last two years, 21 and 22, there isn't any question. It's a very important topic these days. Timing analysis is very important in any circuit. Last 2 years, 2021 and 22, no question from setup time, hold time. 2020, there was a question from setup time and hold time. Maybe we can expect the setup time and hold time question in 23. Okay. And if possible, I'll try to take a brief live session on this concept, setup time and hold time, in the upcoming week. I'll try anytime before GATE examination. I'll take a small session so that you are comfortable with setup and hold time. Okay, so I'll definitely try to plan it up, right? But if you are getting the concepts right now, if you're getting your answers, do mark how many. What is the marks? Okay. 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 And do not forget to like the session. Keep liking. Why you have not considered delay of last flip-flop? Ravi, I'll explain you why I haven't considered a delay of last flip-flop. The simple reason is the delay of the last flip-flop output doesn't go any particular, doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere, na? Right? Ek second. Have I missed that? No. Sorry, I misread my words. See, why I have not counted the delay of last? Because that one is synchronous, Ravi Teja. That one is synchronous. See, that one is synchronous. T equal to 0, this gets the clock, this also gets the clock. When I have written the first clock as Ravi Teja, it is very obvious that the inputs were ready before it. First cycle was assumed. I am explaining you one of the cycle. So when I have explained you one of the cycle, I have assumed that the previous cycle was satisfied, all clear. The next cycle will also be clear. You just understand one cycle, satisfy the same for all cycles. Now, at t equal to 0, both get the clock. What is the delay of this? Okay. Why I have not considered? Because this is ready at 10 nanoseconds. This is already ready at 10 nanoseconds. I am giving the next clock at 52 nanoseconds. I am giving the next clock at 52 nanoseconds. So 10 is much less than 52. So this has already computed. No trouble with this, na? No trouble with this. No trouble with this. Clear, everybody? We have taken Durga Prasad. We have taken mux delay time. Just recheck it. Got this? So this output is ready at 10, which is much less than 52. So that is why it is not to be considered. Next one, guys, very quickly, a 8-bit unipolar successive approximation register type ADC is used to convert 8.5 volt to a digital equivalent output. The reference voltage is 12. Find the output of the ADC at the end of third clock pulse after the start of conversion. After the start of conversion. Okay, now I hope you remember the algorithm of SAR, otherwise explaining this itself can take 30 minutes. But let me write down the input to be converted is 8.4, 8.5. The analog input to be converted is 8.5 volt, right? Acha, what is the resolution of this? What is the resolution? VLSB. Here it is going to be the reference, because the reference is given in the form of reference voltage. It is VR is divided by the 2 power n, right? And that is 12 divided by 2 raised to the power number of bits. So that is 12 by 256. Let it be like this only. Okay. Now, after the start of conversion, okay, after the start of conversion, so dekho, when I give the start of conversion, okay, the digital input to the successive approximation register, only the MSB set high at the first activity is MSB set high, all other bits are low. It starts with MSB equal to high. Okay, the middlemost number out of the 256 numbers, you can say. Okay, but at this 1000000, what is the output of the DAC? Now this is equal to 128. Convert this into decimal, multiply by the step size. This is 12 by 256 and this is going to be divided by 2. This is 6 volts. But analog, this is fixed. The analog input to be converted, that is fixed. This part is fixed always. Now, what is the comparator output? Comparator output, you have to quickly recall into brain. What is successive approximation register? Comparator output once if VA greater than VDAC, because in this ADC, the VA is connected to the positive terminal, non-inverting terminal of the comparator. If VA greater than VDAC, otherwise if it is equal to or less than VDAC, it will be 0. So right now, VA greater than VDAC, yes, 1. If the comparator output is 1, okay, what will happen? If the comparator output is 1, what will this register do? What will this control logic do? It will retain the current bit. I started with MSB1. It will retain the current bit high and it will set the next bit to the high. Okay, now 110000 actually will be 192 multiplied by step size. Okay, this is going to be the output of the DAC. So this becomes actually 1.5 times. This one is 9 volt. But this time the VA is less than 9. Comparator output 0. Now everybody understands why the comparator out. When the comparator output 0, what happens? When the comparator output is 0, it will reset the current bit. So what was my current bit? I came to the second bit. So my current bit was 1. Now it will reset it. And always the next bit is high. It will always set the next bit, but current bit can be set or reset based on the comparator output. So next bit ko to high karna hi hai. Okay, this is going to be how much? 128 plus 32. This becomes 160. 160 into 12 by 256. Let me write down this calculation quickly. This much is 7.5 volts. Now VA again greater than VDAC, so comparator output high. And comparator output high. So once again, see guys, comparator output high. So current bit was third now. Current bit will be retained as 1. Okay. Next bit anyway set high. So plus 16 इसमें add करेंगे तो 176 will now be the count. Decimal equivalent into step size. And this much will be how much? This much will be how much, dear? 8.25 volts. 8.25. Now, after the start of conversion, see if they say output of the ADC at the third clock pulse, then your answer will be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, aa jayega. Then your answer will be this, but third clock pulse. So this is at the start of conversion, after first clock pulse, second clock pulse, third clock pulse. Your answer should be 1011 0000, 1011 0000. Okay. At this, comparator output will still be high, right? End of signal. EOC, end of conversion will be 0. End of conversion is high. Now you keep continuing. When you get your final desired output, the EOC will be raised high. ठीक है, वहां तक नहीं जाते हैं because the question has asked you only up to the third clock pulse. That too after SOC. If they tell me the output after third clock edge. Okay, then by default, start of conversion is happened at the first edge. Then your answer will be at this. Then your answer will be 101 00 Remember. Whether it is the third clock edge from beginning or whether it is the third after start of conversion. Clear everybody? Everybody, that is it guys. So this is the 15 questions done. Time to now invite Panin sir here. Yes, guys. So now there will be again good, beautiful questions coming up from network and control. Fanin sir is ready, guys. And yes, before I go off, okay, once again, a very quick reminder for all of you. Once again, a very quick reminder that do not forget to join me live tonight at 8 p.m. on the same channel. I shall just share you the link of tonight's session. Understand what has to be done in aptitude in the last month, and if you are not prepared, if you need assistance, if you want revision, if you want preparation, anything, if you want, I will announce the 15 hours classes, the exact details, and not only the exact details, what is going to be the approach of that, everything I'm going to announce. So this is what it is. This is the link of the tonight session. Okay. By the time Fanin sir comes, I just shared you the link for tonight's session. Open the link, set your reminder, like it, and let's make it big. Tonight, 8 p.m. Okay, guys, so Fanin sir is ready. He is going to come live with fantastic questions of network and control just in a moment. Stay updated and stay live.
Yes. Hello. 1 second. Yeah. Very good afternoon to every one of you. Please let me know whether audio and video both are clear or not. So I am facing a little bit technical glitch here. Please confirm. Ravi Teja, good afternoon. Yes, Hemant Krishna, good afternoon. It's not good morning. It's exactly 12:05. So it is going to be good afternoon. So please let me know every one of you. Every one of you, audio and video both are clear or not? Yes, Raviteja is saying clear and John Peter is also saying clear. Very good, very good, very good. Excellent. So that was a fantastic session handled by, Rakesh sir. I was also sitting and hearing the entire digital electronics as well as aptitude. Maza aa gaya. So let's continue the same harmony even in this session. As you all know, I'm here to deal with the circuit theory questions. In fact, network analysis questions. Followed to that, we will also discuss about control system questions. Before going to the actual discussion of these two subjects, let me quickly introduce to the new students. New students, you all can find my name, myself, Panindra. All put together, I have teaching experience of 12 plus years. So far, I have guided more than 50,000 students in the subjects of circuit theory, control system, and measurements and industrial instrumentation. Hemant Krishna, happy Pongal to every one of you. I hope you are also celebrating equally with us. So let's straight away getting into the topic of circuit theory as well as control system. But before going to the topic, let me quickly tell you one important thing. This is the second mock test. Already we have taken the first mock test for ECE students, and this is the second mock test. We ourselves put down to the level of GATE examination. So I don't want to discuss any questions which are very far away than the GATE syllabus and GATE level. Unlike the way how I do in the regular session. So let me confine to the GATE level and show you the GATE level, and more or less it may be little bit plus or little bit minus, but let's taste the flavor of the GATE examination. Okay, so are you guys ready for with this? So please let me know in the comment section, are you energetic or not? I want to see yes from every one of you, then only I will start. Okay, every one of you, Hemant and Karthik, Janavi, every one of you, yes, ready. Right, Mayuri. So let's go with the first question of the day on circuit theory. This is question number 16 because already Rakesh sir have handled 15 questions. So this is the question number 16. Every one of you take your pen and paper and calculator, do fast calculations. If you do correct, please put the marks there. If you are doing wrong, then decrease your marks in your mark sheet. Okay. So let's get into the topic. The first question on the circuit in the circuit theory is, consider the circuit shown in the figure. The current I flowing through 7 ohm resistor between P and Q is dash. So it is not a difficult question. I do agree with that, but it's a good question. Okay, it's a good question. It's a tricky question. So these kind of questions are quite common for 1 mark especially, right? So please see here, consider the circuit. So what you require to know? You require to know that current that is flowing through 7 ohm resistor. Here it is the 7 ohm resistor which is connected between P and Q. So how do you do this? To do this, first you need to simplify or rearrange the circuit. My best suggestion is, if you just see like this, you cannot solve this question. So let us take this as A and let us take this as a B here. Clear? Now the most important thing is A and B both are short circuited with this line, correct? Both are shorted with this line. Anyone, Chinmay Rai, RS, Tushar, Art Channel, whoever got the answer, please mention in the comment section, then I will be the happiest person. Okay, so first of all, draw a simple short line between A and B, right? So let us say, obviously this is going to be A, as I said, and of course A to B we are having a short line, right? So let me write down, this is A to B short line. But instead of keeping this, I have taken the outside and I have drawn the line from A to B. But A and B both are shorted. It means that A and B both are same nodes, right? So instead of writing A and B two times, we can simply mention this as A and A. Means both are shorted. That means both are of the same lines here. Clear? So 4.5 ampere, Raviteja has given the answer very fast, but that is wrong answer. Okay. So no problem, Raviteja. Once again, you try it and get the correct answer. Now you see 3 ohm resistor that is there between P and A, right? So therefore, let me keep one more node here, that is P here, and between P and A, we are having one more node, one more resistor. What is that resistor? That is 3 ohm resistor. Fine, no problem. And let us look at the 6 ohm resistor. 6 ohm resistor is between P and B. But just now I told you that A and B both are same, right? So therefore I can say 6 ohm resistor is also between P and A only, correct? So P and A. So how do we write that? 6 ohm resistor is between P and A. One student has given the answer 0.5 ohm. Let us see whether that is right or wrong. Suparatika. Fine. So now let us go with the another resistor. 2 ohm resistor is between A and Q, right? So let me write down 2 ohm resistor between A and Q here. So this is Q. So let me write down, this is 2 ohm. And last one, that is 2 ohm resistor is between Q and again A. So let me take this 2 ohm resistance between Q and A. Why only 2 students have given the answer? Only 1 student have given the answer, right? So please try to answer, every one of you. Don't neglect that and don't see only the board and don't think that I am only going to solve for you. You have to put down your pen and you have to use your calculator to solve. Clear? So this is the actual circuit. However, we do have one more resistor between P and Q, which is of 7 ohm resistor. This is the actual circuit diagram. Now, how do we simplify this one? So this is A and this is also A. So what does it mean? 3 ohm resistor is between P and A and 6 ohm resistor is between P and A. So that means 3 ohm and 6 ohm both lies between the same potentials, correct? So therefore I can say 6 ohm and 3 ohm both are connected in parallel. So therefore, without any second thought, we can easily remove this one here, 3 ohm resistor, and instead of keeping this 3 ohm resistor, now we can remove this one also, right? So directly we can write, please see here, this 3 ohm and 6 ohm both are connected in parallel. So write down like this, and similarly whatever the 2 ohm resistor we do have here, that will be in between Q and A only, right? So therefore, between Q and A, we have one more 2 ohm resistor. So both of these two resistors are parallel. So this is how exactly we got the circuit now. Now we can simply remove this one, but at the same time, do you have any current source here? Yes, of course we do have current source. Where is the current source? Hemant, wrong answer. So that's why I told you that you will do the mistakes only in simple questions, okay? Because you will be overconfident. Correct? You will be overconfident. Be careful with that. So 5 ampere current source is there, right? 5 ampere current source, if you see, it is flowing from where to where? Q to A. Correct? So let me take another color here. So please allow me to take another color. Yes. So 5 ampere current is going from Q to A. Therefore, where is Q here? Here. Where is A here? This is A. So therefore, I can say between Q and A, so undoubtedly there is a current that is flowing here, which is of 5 ampere. The current direction is also very important. This is how we can actually reduce the circuit. Now look at that. 3 ohm and 6 ohm both are in parallel configuration. 3 ohm and 6 ohm both are in parallel configuration means 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6. So it will be equal to 2 ohm if I am not wrong. So please check that one. Yes, I am very sure it is 2 ohm only. So now we can remove this one, and between P and A, so confidently we can replace this as a 2 ohm resistor. And again 2 ohm both are in parallel connection. So therefore, without any doubt I can say these two will be again 2 ohm and 2 ohm both are connected in parallel circuit. So therefore it is going to be 1 ohm resistor, correct? And we require to calculate what is the current I. correct? So what is the current I? Raviteja, once again, this is wrong answer. So you require to calculate this current. Now I have a question. Now remove these things, remove this P and Q and everything. So there is a 5 ampere current source like this, right? So what you do is just look at like this, 2 ohm and 7 ohm. In the 2 ohm resistor, in the 7 ohm resistor, current I is flowing means from where that current is coming? Obviously the current has to come from 2 ohm only, no other option here, correct? So that means 2 ohm and 7 ohm both are connected in series, as the current flowing in 2 ohm and 7 ohm both is same, right? Current flowing in 2 ohm and 7 ohm both are current. Very good, very good. Now 2-3 students got the answer. Very happy, but I expected the answer quite bit faster, right? It's a good question or not? How many of you like this question? So this is 9 ohm, right? So let me write down. This is going to be 9 ohm. 7 plus 2, obviously this is going to be 9 ohm resistor only, right? So this is going to be 9 ohm resistor, right? Now we require to evaluate what is the current. In fact, I can write down in this only, in this 9 ohm only, we do have like this, correct or not? So please see, there is a 2 ohm resistance here and 7 ohm resistor here. Both are there here, 2 ohm and 7 ohm. That's why we made it as a 9 ohm. And what current we require? We require this current, the current flowing through the 7 ohm resistor. Therefore, I require this current. Now, what we require to do now? Now we should apply current division rule, right? So how do we write the current division rule? If it is 5 ampere current source, this is all the way it comes like this, all the way this goes like this, this will come up to here like this, 5 ampere current source. Now out of 5 ampere, some amount of the current will flow like this and some amount of the current will flow like this, correct? So by using current division rule, we can find the current here. How do we find the current? Therefore, I equals to, that means the current coming to this branch, equals to the total current coming to both the branches, that is 5 ampere into, what else I need to write? So you are required to calculate the current through this branch. That means you should take the opposite branch resistance, that is 1 ohm here. So 1 divided by 1 plus total resistance, 1 plus 2 plus 7. So that will be equal to 9 here. So what is the final answer? Final answer equals to 0.5 ampere. So the current that is flowing in 7 ohm resistor equal to 0.5 ampere. Yes, Mayuri Shimha, we have used the current division only. Absolutely right. Final answer is 0.5 ampere. How many of you enjoyed this question? I expected an answer quite fast, but some students have given fast, some students have taken some time. But I appreciate everyone who put their effort to solve this question. Clear? So it's a good question, right? So many of you might thought that initially when you see the question, you really felt that it is a very easy question. But truly speaking, this is a good question, correct? That is how the GATE exam will be actually. Now let's go to the next one. This is a very conventional question. It's a MSQ type. So that means there might be a chance that more than one answer could be correct answer. Determine V0 and I in the circuit shown in the figure. So this is a conventional question. I agree. Many of you might have solved this kind of questions, but these kind of questions do very important. So where do we start? It's a simple question. Start applying KVL in the loop. I want answer from you very fast. Apply KVL in the loop. All of you. Apply KVL in the loop. So start from here. If you start from here, so start from here and apply KVL. While you are traveling, first you are touching the negative plate of 12 volt voltage source. Therefore, what should I say? Minus 12. Very good. And then continue here because this is the current. So it is entering here plus and minus. And again, all the way the current is here and creating plus and minus here. So continue here, minus 12 and then plus 4 into I. So whatever the voltage drop that is created here, so that could be written as plus 4 times of I here without any doubt. And then continue, we have a dependent voltage source here, plus and minus. So plus 2V0 here, very nice, 2V0. And then still continue. When you are continuing in the loop, this is the way how you are going to continue in the loop. And when you come down, you are touching the minus plate once again. So this is going to be minus 4. And still when you go like this, right, go like this. So your voltage drop, minus V0, right? So you are touching negative terminal of the V0. So therefore minus V0 I should say, finally that is equal to 0. So what is my sincere suggestion is, for this 6 ohm resistor, you see the voltage polarity is given like minus here plus here. So when we take all the way the KVL, minus will come first and then plus will come. So anyway you are traveling like this. So minus has to be there here. So minus V0 is equal to 0. Now relax. From this what I should say 2V0 minus V0. So that is V0 here and then minus 4 minus, so it is minus 16. Right, so it is equal to 16 and minus 4 times of Vi. Clear? So 48 minus 8, only one student has given the answer. Any other students? Fast guys. For 16 minus 4i, you are taking lot of time. You have to be very fast at this point of time. You are already in the month of January. 15 days in the January are also gone, right? So now look at here. How do you find the relation between the value of I and V naught? Just look at this. Just look at this. All of you please stop writing and see here. So we know the current is traveling like this. When the current is traveling like this, it has to create a plus here and minus here. But that is exactly opposite to the polarity what you have taken. So V naught, so when you are taking plus here and minus here, it inherently means that you are assuming the direction of current from left to right. But the actual direction of current is from right to left. That's why V naught could be written as minus 6 times of I. Clear? V naught is equal to minus 6 times of I. Right? So please do mention the marks of his question. Okay, previous question is 1 mark. This is also 1 mark. Okay, this is also 1 mark. Very good. Now, very good question. Right. So I equals to minus V naught by 6. Minus V naught by 6. Now come back here. So what should I say here now? V naught is equals to 16 minus 4 into V naught by I. So obviously it will be minus 4i. So 1 second, 4i, yes. So plus 4 times of what you will going to get, 4 into 4 by 6 into V naught. Correct? Then bring to this side. So you will going to have 1 by 3 into V naught, which is equal to 16. So V naught is equals to 48 volt. How many of you got the answer? Let me check. I think 2-3 students have got the answer. This is going to be 48 volt. Clear? Answer to this question is 48 volt, option A. But I told you that this is a MSQ. So you need to get the value of the current also. How do we get the current value? So it's simple. I equals to minus 48 volt divided by 6. So which is equal to minus 8 ampere. Clear? So that means according to the direction of the current which is given in the question, if you go with the direction of current, you will face minus 8 ampere. So A and B both are correct. So A, B, very good, very good, very good, excellent, right? Sir, I considered Q as 0 volt and I am getting 0.61. So maybe that is the wrong way you have considered. So please do accurate calculation. So Sahiti, right? So finally, for this question, as I said, it is just of 1 mark question. Previous one also 1 mark question, and those students who got correct answer for this question, option A and option B, you can keep 1 mark in your account. Okay. So previous question is also 1 mark. This is also 1 mark question. Now let's move on to the next question with the same energy. Right. So this is also technically it is not a tricky question. Very conventional question, because I want to include tricky questions, conventional questions, lengthy questions and intelligent questions. Everything, it's a package of all. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Yes. This question you can consider it is of for 2 marks here. So let's take this as for 2 marks. Okay. So and it is a NAT type, numerically answered type. The value of the current shown in the figure is dash. So this question covers 3 to 4 concepts. Okay, 3 to 4 concepts. Take some time. It is 2 marks question. I will give at least 2 to 3 minutes. So please do it accurately and tell me the final answer, every one of you. Whenever the question is related to current. So see here, this is Ix. So they want to calculate this current Ix. Now if I am a very basic level student, if you are a basic level student, you can understand simply like this. This current is the current that is flowing through the 2 ohm resistance, right? This current is the current that is flowing through the 2 ohm resistance. So if you know what is the voltage here and what is the voltage at this node, if you know what is the voltage at this node, what is the voltage at this node, then we can easily calculate the current that is flowing through this. That is the fundamental idea immediately you should get by the time when you see the question. So you require to know the voltage at this node and voltage at this node, then you can calculate the current by using the Ohm's law. So how do you get the voltages at the node? What is the best technique to get the voltages at node, right? Kaipa Sahiti has given the correct answer. Very good. Vanya has also given the correct answer. Bharadraj has given the answer. Now all of you should say what technique can be used here to get the answer fast, because you require to know what is the voltage at 1, what is the voltage at 2. So you can go for the nodal analysis or simple KCL, right? So for that reason, let me take the first node, apply KCL at node 1. Okay, apply KCL at node 1. Right? If you apply KCL at node 1, how do we apply KCL at node 1 here? So see, so there is a current Ix here and there is a current. So let us say I1 here and I2 here, or else Ix itself you can take, no issue. because that would be more appropriate also, right? So take this as Ix here, and assume that all the currents are leaving out of the node. So Ix is one current, and let's take I1 this side, and let me take I2 here. So this is one way to apply the very good, nodal analysis. This is one way to apply the KCL. Assume that the node where you are applying the nodal analysis is the highest priority node, and all the currents are supplied by the node. Then algebraic current of algebraic current at that particular node should be equal to 0. That is KCL. Now I have taken 1 and assumed that all the currents are leaving out of the node. Then sum of all the currents should be equal to 0. What are sum of all the currents? First starts with Ix here, no doubt about that, plus, and then I1 plus I2 equal to 0. If anyone get the answer, please let me know fast. Ix, how to write Ix? Ix is V1 minus V2 divided by obviously 2 ohm resistance, that is plus. What about I1 here? So look at that I1. Where is I1? I1 is the current that you are assuming in this direction, going away. But actual current is coming into the node. Actual current is coming into the node. Therefore, in the place of I1, I can keep minus 3 ampere as my assumed direction, and the actual current both are opposite to each other. Clear? Minus 3 ampere. Now go on. So plus I2. What is I2 here? So look at that. I2 could be written as, where is I2? I2 is flowing from this side, right? So V1 to obviously up to where? V3 here, correct? V1 to V3. So therefore I can say V1 minus V3 divided by 4 all the way, that is equal to 0, correct? All the way that is equal to 0. Now you can take LCM so easily. So 4 times of V1 minus V2, right? Minus 12 plus how much it will be? Otherwise you can take 8. So you can simply take, so 1 second, it is going to be 8 24. So I am just taking LCM, nothing else, right? So just multiply 4 with everywhere, right? So if you take 4, just you can write down like this, 4 times of V1. Oh, 2 times is sufficient, I think, right? 2 times is sufficient. 1 second. Here you can say 2 times of V1 minus V2 divided by, and here you can keep minus 12 here, of course, and then again plus V1 minus V3, that could be equal to 0. So simple calculation, it doesn't take much time here. So Raviteja is given the answer once again, 2.5, very fast. Let us see whether that is correct or not. Raviteja, you also please check it, your answer, whether you are correct or not, and also check whether all the equations we are getting on the screen are correct or not. Okay, so 2V1 and plus V1, so that is 3V1 and minus 2V2. So let me write down minus 2V2 all the way, and minus V3, of course, that is equal to 12. So let me keep this as equation 1 for time being. How many of you got this equation? Please mention in the comment section. So equation number 1, but is it completed? No. You may argue with me, sir, it is taking more time. Yes, there are some questions in the GATE examination, not all the questions definitely, which will consume more amount of time. You have to afford that, okay? You have to afford. Now let's go to the second question, right? So second here, let me apply KVL here, KCL here itself. Apply KCL at 2, node 2. So let me write down, apply KCL at node 2 here, right? So where do we apply here? So simple, see here, once again, yes. So 2 here. So all the currents are going away here, right? So let us say IA and IB for time being. Let me say IC here. So IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. Sum of algebraic sum of all the currents must be equal to 0, right? So what is IA here? IA is so simple, V2 minus 0 by 4, V2 by 4, and plus, what about IB here? V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1 divided by 2. What about IC here? IC is V2 minus V3, of course, divided by 8, that must be equal to 0. Clear? V2 minus V3 divided by 8, right? So now, so let's go with the again, right? So we can multiply 2 times here, 2V2 and plus 4V2 minus 4V1 plus V2 minus V3 all the way, that is equal to 0. Now consider everything and make it fast here. 4 times of V1, so I can say 4 times of V1, 2 plus 4, 6 plus 7, so it is 6 plus 1, 7, so minus 7V2, and only 1 V3 is there, so plus V3 all the way, this is equal to 0. It could be considered as a second equation. All of you please check whether the second equation is correct or not. Everyone, you must answer fast. Second equation also we got. Third, last one, okay, last one, that is third. So what I do here is, so take the third node here. So this is the third node and all the currents must be leaving out of the node. So here again I will be taking ID here and IE here, okay, and IF here. It's up to you, whatever you want to take you can take, there is no limitation for this, right? So don't argue with me why you are taking IA, IB, IC here, why you are taking I1, I2 here, that's up to you, okay? ID plus IE plus IF is equal to 0. So let me take the third equation here, apply KCL at node 3. Yes, I do agree it takes time, but these kind of questions also will be there, tricky questions will be there, lengthy questions will be there. GATE is a package of everything. Don't expect that all the questions will be in the similar format, right? So IF is equal to 0. What is ID here? ID is actually nothing but 2 times of IX. So ID is 2 times of IX, very straightforward. What about IE here? IE is V3 minus V2. So let me write down V3 minus V2 divided by 8. What about IF here? IF is actually nothing but V3 minus V1 by 4. V3 minus V1 by 4. See, now only one student has given the answer. And oh, very good, very good. Now I am seeing some responses from the students. Janvi has given the answer. Supartika has given the answer. Let us see whether that is correct or not. So 2 times of IX is what? IX is V1 minus V2 by 2. So therefore I can say V1 minus V2 by 2 and 2 get cancelled here. So 2 times of Ix directly I can say V1 minus V2 by 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Fine. Plus V3, look at that, V3 minus V2 divided by 8 and plus V3 minus V1 divided by 4, all the way that is equal to 0. So therefore if you still go ahead, 8V1 minus 8 times of V2 and plus V3 minus V2 plus 2 times of V3 minus 2 times of V1, that is equal to 0. So relax, 8V1 and minus 2V1. So this is 6 times of V1 and 8V2 and minus V2. So this is minus 9 times of V2 and plus 3 times of V3, 8V2 and minus V2 minus 9 times, yes, 3V3, that is equal to 0. This is considered as your third equation. So please try to solve all these 3 equations and let me know what is the value of V1, V2, V3, fatafat here. All of you please check whether the equations are correct or not. I am expecting some help from your side. So look at these equations whether they are correct or not. I do agree with that. It is taking some time, but it has to take some time. No other option, right? You can't ignore the question just because it is taking more time, right? So one second. Equation 5, right. Yes. 1 second. Yes. So first is 3, yes, and then minus 2 here, right? And minus 1 here, and last one is 12, so well, and then this side it is going to be 4 and minus 7 is the second coefficient and 1 is the third and 0. So let's go with the third one. 1 second. Yes, third equation is going to be what? So 6 is the coefficient and minus 9, yes, and 3 here, yes, and 0 here, right? So I am getting 24 by 5. So the first one, that is V1, voltage V1 is coming as 4.8 volt. How many of you got this one? Please answer in the comment section. I want to see your response. Definitely I am overwhelmed by seeing your response. So 2.4 volt and V3, what would be V3? Such a crazy thing, this is minus 2.4 volt and this is correct answer. Okay, these are correct answer. Let me see how, oh, Mayuri has given the answer Ix. So let me see what will be the final answer here, because our idea is to calculate the current Ix. And current Ix is flowing from 1 to 2 via 2 ohm resistors. Therefore, Ix could be written as equal to V1 minus V2 divided by 2 ohm resistors. Therefore, I can say it is equal to 4.8 minus 2.4 divided by 2. So, no doubt that this is going to be 1.2 amperes. So, I sincerely appreciate everyone who got the correct answer. This is a 2 marks question. Now you can keep 2 marks in your pocket. Okay, 2 marks in your pocket. See how beautiful this is. You guys have done very fast. I appreciate again from the bottom of the heart. Almost everyone has done the correct answer. Very few, they might have struck here and there. So you must do fast calculations. Yes, there is no supreme logic in this question. It is not tricky. Unlike the first 2 questions, it is not tricky question. It's purely a very conventional and standard question. Correct? Yes. Can we also use the just divide the current? Yes, of course, Raviteja. Whatever the idea you get, you can use that. You can use that. You can use n number of things. You can use theorems. You can use Thevenin theorem. You can use anything. but you must get the answer within the time. Okay, whatever you are comfortable, you can go with that. I never restrict anyone. So now we got the fantastic question, and this is again 2 marks question. Let me see how many of you can give the correct answer very fast. Okay, this question, for the network, solve I of 0 and V of 0 for t greater than 0. Wow. So in fact, he is trying to say t greater than or equal to 0. That may be the correct answer. So at t is equal to 0, the switch is open. What does it mean before t is equal to 0? So that means before t is equal to 0 means minus infinity to t less than 0 minus. What is the status of the switch? The switch is, tell me, at t is equal to 0, the switch is closed. T is equal to 0, the switch is open. That means before t equals to 0, what was the status of the switch? We cannot solve this question simply just like that. Before t is equal to 0, the switch is actually closed. Correct? All of you must answer in the comment section. Switch is closed. Switch is closed for a long time, right? So that's the meaning of that. If the switch is closed for a long time, how would be the circuit redrawn? How we can redraw the circuit? So please see here. Okay. So exactly at t is equal to 0 minus. That means just before opening the switch. Just before opening the switch, already it's been for a long time. Minus infinity to 0 minus means it's long time. It's already long time. Right? So long back to today morning, just before 9 o'clock. If I say t is equal to 0 is 9 a.m. So t is equal to 0 as the 9 a.m. It means that before 0 means minus infinity means maybe 24 hours before or 35 hours before or 2 days before. Long back to today before morning 9 a.m. The status of the overall circuit is like this. Clear? So this is the circuit. So 6 ohm here. And any answer from your side, I always appreciate the students who do the transient questions very fast, because if you are able to do the transient questions fast, I'm very sure you will going to get a very, very good rank. Okay. So it's closed. Switch is closed. So that means it's closed switch. So 30 volt battery will be there in the loop here. So let me say 30 volt battery is there here. And here we do have inductor also, right? So let me take inductor here. And this is a 10 volt voltage source once again, right? So here all put together we do have capacitor, isn't it? So let us take capacitor also into the account, 1.8. So don't worry when you see this kind of complex question. No, you need not to worry. Fight with that, okay, with the basics. Now you see, this is the status of the circuit from minus infinity to 0 minus. Such an amount of time, long time, this circuit is like this, and the 30 volts voltage source and 10 volt voltage source present in the circuit and driving the inductor as well as capacitor. Then what will happen? For this much amount of time, the circuit is holding like this. Therefore, I can say the inductor will act like a short circuit, capacitor acts like a open circuit at t is equal to 0 minus. Correct? At t is equal to 0 minus. That means go back to the inductor, just to short circuit this one. Okay? Short circuit this one means yes, I have to short circuit this and open circuit this one. Correct? So just look at this. Nothing else. Easy question. Right? So please see. Confidence is required to solve this question. Nothing else. Right? So it is short circuited like this, inductor is short circuited, and whatever the current that is flowing now, I could say that as IL of 0 minus. Please be very wise about this one, okay? And here we need to remove the capacitor because the capacitor is open circuited here. So if the capacitor is open circuited, so then what should I say here? So there is the voltage, open circuit voltage across this capacitor, which is considered to be as VC of 0 minus. So you require to calculate both the inductor current as well as capacitor voltage. Guys, be careful with this. Now, how do we approach this? This is open circuit. So when it is open circuit, I need not to worry about this. What is the current that is flowing in this line? 0 ampere, right? So this is going to be 0 ampere. What does it mean? If I drop some current here, that all the way it will go here. So please see, it all the way go like this, it all the way go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this, and come like this, correct? Because this side current is 0. That means 6 ohm and 6 ohm straight away it is connected in series, correct? So it's a series combination, 6 ohm and the 6 ohm it is connected in series combination. Open circuit line, you please remove this for some time. Remove this open circuit line, right? So then you will get better confidence here. So this is going to be this, right? So here 6 ohm and 6 ohm both are connected in series circuit as I said. So therefore 6 and 6 both connected in series, it will become 12, right? So let me take here 12 ohm, right? This is going to be 12 ohm. Now 12 and 6 both are connected in parallel. What would be the answer? 12 and 6 both are connected in parallel. So it will become parallel combination of 12 and 6. It will be 4 ohms. If you want, you can try. This is the basic line. So 4 ohm resistance. Very good. So if it is just like a 4 ohm resistance, now we got everything what we want, isn't it? So it is really looking like a simple circuit now. So please be wise and try to answer the question here. So 10 volt drive is here and 30 volt is driving from here. So what is IL of 0 minus? Then straight away we can say all the way. So please do simple calculation here. So let me go with the next slide here. What is IL of 0 minus? IL of 0 minus equal to, look at that, current is traveling all the way like this, right? IL of 0 minus from 30 volt to 10 volt. So what is the potential difference here? So 30 volt minus 10 volt whole divided by, what is the total resistance in the loop? Only 4 ohm resistance is there in the loop. So therefore I can say 4 ohm. So all put together this is going to be 5 ampere. And I sincerely, once again, this is a fantastic question. How many of you enjoyed this question? How many of you enjoyed this question? Very good, Kaipa. Sahiti Kaipa, very good. And Abid is the person who has given the VC as 50 volt. Let us see whether that is correct or not. But before that, is it clear to every one of you? 5 ampere. And how many of you like this question? Please let me know. Now, to get the value of VC of 0, first reconstruct the circuit. Once again, rewrite the circuit. Rewrite the circuit means, how does it looks like here? So, have you remembered our original circuit? Before the reduction, we do have 6 ohm here, okay? And here we do have how much resistance here? 6 ohm, fine. And then here it is going to be of 6 ohm, correct? This is going to be 6 ohm. And as I said, we will be having the voltage across this, right? So plus and minus, VC of 0 minus is across this one, correct? So VC of 0 minus is across this. How do we get the VC of 0 minus? Now first of all, you try to understand the concept clearly, okay? So we know this is 5 ampere current, no doubt about that. We know that this is a 5 ampere current and this will also develop a 5 ampere current here, correct? This will also develop 5 ampere current, but do you know what amount of current that can actually flow here? So this is 6 and 6, both are connected in series, 12, and this line we have 6 ohm. So what would be the current that can flow here and flow here? So let me apply the current division rule. Overall here we have 12 ohm. So therefore I can say 5 into 6, one second, 5 into 6, that is 30, divided by, so 6 plus 6 plus, so all the way it is 18. So we will be having 1.67, right? So therefore 1.67 ampere current is this side, and this is going to be how much? 3.33 ampere is flowing this side. Clear? So therefore, if you look at logically, very good, delta to star conversion. Why to do that? That will take unnecessarily more time now. So don't increase the effort. You have to reduce the effort. So same current 1.67 ampere will come here, and it has to come here because this side it is an open circuit. So there is no current here. So 1.67 ampere comes all the way like this, 1.67 ampere, and I'm very sure that 3.33 will come like this. 3.33 ampere will come like this, and 1.67, 3.33 both will merge together, then it will going to become 5 ampere. Clear? But again, at t is equal to 0 minus, still the inductor will be short circuit only. Even now also the inductor is short circuit only, correct? But if you want to calculate the voltage, how do we calculate the voltage here? Just see here. So if I say this is A and this is the node B, so just try to apply your common sense, okay? So this is A and this is B if I say. So obviously this is going to be A and this is also going to be B. So therefore we can say VC of 0 minus equal to VA minus VB, correct? Technically that is nothing but VA minus VB. How can I say VA minus VB is actually nothing but this current is flowing here, entering point is plus, leaving terminal is minus, and then again this is the only voltage source that we have here. So VA minus VB could be written as voltage drop here plus short circuit, no voltage drop, but this voltage is there, voltage source value is there, voltage source value is there. Therefore how do we write this form? 6 ohm resistance into 1.67. so let me write down 1.6. So 1.6 yes, one second, 1.67 ampere, and then see plus to minus. So 1.67 ampere into 6 ohm, continue, 10 volt voltage source. So plus 10 is there, plus 10. So all the way how much it is going to be? 6 into 1.61. Anyone please tell me how many marks the question? 1.67 into 6, right? So it is going to be 20. 20 is the final answer. Navneet, 20 volt. Very good. Very good. Outstanding, guys. Those, how many of you answered this question correct? Please let me know. I want to know from your side. So, Kaipa Sahiti, 16th question is of 1 mark. Okay, 16th question is 1 mark, and 17th question is also 1 mark, and 18th is 2 marks, and 19th is of 2 marks. Okay, so please see how many of you enjoyed this question first of all. So we got IL of 0 minus, which is definitely equal to IL of 0. Why? Because the current through the inductor will not change instantaneously. So VC of 0 minus, definitely this will be equal to VC of 0 only. So this is fantastic question, isn't it? Right? So how many of you answered this question correctly till the end? I want to know from your side, because those students who answered correctly for this question, I can say obviously you will be there and you will be getting a very good rank. Okay, very good rank. So first of all, how many of you like this question? Please respond in the comment section. This is completed. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question, question number 20. This is of 1 mark question. Okay, this is of 1 mark question. What is the approximate steady state current in the circuit shown below? Okay, simple question, but whenever they see this question, they apply many things. So many things they will apply and they get the mistake. Okay, so simply they are asking what is the steady state current in the circuit. In fact, they require only the amplitude of the current. So how can I say this is a sinusoidal current? That is okay, right? And this is the sinusoidal voltage. Nobody can deny this one. This is the voltage V of t. Am I right? V of t voltage, sinusoidal voltage is given like this. Okay, so sinusoidal voltage is given like this. How many of you got the answer correctly for this question? No one has answered here. I think I am seeing a lot of responses. So please let me know if this question is really crazy question or not. It's a good question, isn't it? You must appreciate the question as well as the person who designed that question. Of course, I am only presenting. So what is the approximate value of the steady state current here in the circuit? I am also enjoying equally with you. Okay, the questions are new to me. Many questions are. So the current or the amplitude of the current could be written in a very simple way at steady state. Okay, at steady state. At steady state, how can I write the amplitude of the current? So please see, amplitude of the current would be equal to amplitude of the voltage divided by the modulus of the impedance. Such a simple question, correct? Simple question. So modulus of the impedance, amplitude of the voltage is how much? So that's given 25. So easy. Again, modulus of the impedance at the required frequency. How do we get the impedance first of all? So the impedance could be written as equal to 3 ohm. That is 3 ohm plus we have j omega L, right, and minus j into 1 by omega c. It is a very simple calculation here. Don't take much time here. It's a easy question. Do fast. Okay, so z could be written now as 3 plus j take outside omega L and minus 1 divided by omega c. आपके पास all the values you have here, right? So just go ahead. So z is equal to 3 plus j into omega L. What is omega? Omega is 100. Just see here, this is omega. Fast, guys. Omega is 100 and the value of L is, inductance is 0.08 and of course minus 1 divided by again 100 into what is the value here? 0.04. Correct? 0.04. Any one of you, please let me know what is the final Z value here. Any one of you. Z value could be written as 3 plus j into what is the value? So look at this, 100 into 0.08. So obviously this is going to be 8 here. So 8 minus, it is going to be how much? As 25 is saying 100 into 4, 1 by 4. Did I done anywhere any mistake here? Omega L is correct. Omega C, 1 by omega C. Is it correct all the way here, guys? Yes, Hemant Kumar. I think there is a mistake here in the options, I guess. So it is 1 divided by 4, correct? 1 divided by 4. So please check this one, all of you, and also let me know if anywhere any calculation gone wrong. Okay, 8 minus 1 by 4. So somebody is saying 7.75. So 7.75, perfectly all right. So is it correct? First of all, look at this. Shiv Banthur, please look at this. Manoj Kumar, yes, 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 excellent, excellent. So now what is the magnitude of this one? Magnitude of this one is going to be, so 9 plus 7.75 square. So 9 plus 7.75 square. So you will be having 69.06 under root of 69.06. What is the value here? So 8.3. Modulus of Z would be equal to 8.3. 8.3 ohm. Am I right? Please see. Very good, Hemant. Excellent. Very good. 8.31. Manoj, very good. Very good. Kaipa, very good. Very good. So it is 8.3 ohm. Now bring back to the current here. Okay. So bring back to the current here. So I equals to 25 divided by modulus of Z. Modulus of Z is how much? 8.3. Correct. 8.31. So what would be the answer here? Fatafat. 8.31. So 25 divided by 8.31, it will come down to be equal to 3.00 ampere, right? So around approximately 3 ampere. Approximately 3 ampere. So 3 is the correct answer. Very good, very good, very good. So there might be mistake in the options. Okay, it may be a typo error or whatever it may be. The correct answer is 3 ampere, and the proof is here. Proof is here. We both have done together, right? So do one thing. Take this as a NAT type question. Don't look at the options. Take this as a NAT type question, and this is of 1 mark. Those students who got 3 ampere correctly, you can mark as 1 mark in your mark sheet. Okay, directly you can go for 1 mark. Don't look at the options. It happens sometimes, right? So because the backend team is working very hard and very rigorously, we need to respect them. Small mistakes here and there, it will happen. Okay, but as we both have done together, we are very confident about our answer. Final answer for this question is approximately equal to 3 amperes. Clear? Whoever got this, put it 1 mark in your mark sheet. Now let's go to the last question in the circuit theory. The question what you can see here is from two-port network. In the circuit shown below, the network N is described by the following Y matrix. Okay, so Y matrix, maybe it is not so clear to you. Let me write one more time here. Y equals to, one second, Y equals to 0.1 S and again 0.1 into S, and again here minus 0.01 into S, and here it is going to be 0.1 S. Relax guys. Technically it looks like a very difficult question, but technically it is not so difficult question. Have patience and solve till the end. What we require is, we require simply like V2 by V1. We require V2 by V1. How do we approach with this question? First of all, try to understand what's given to you. Y matrix. What is a Y matrix equation? Have you remembered? Y matrix standard equation in two-port network, admittance parameter standard equation, that is equal to I1 equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2. Am I right? And then I2 could be written as equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. And this is the 2 marks question. This is the 2 marks question. Those students who can give the answer option D, Abid has given the answer very fast. Let us see how exactly it is going to be. So again, now introduce the values here. Y11 is known to you. This is Y11 and this is Y12 and this is Y21 of course, and this is Y22. Am I right? So this is the way how you will going to segregate your Y parameters. Therefore, I am rewriting with respect to the Y parameters here. So the first one is 0.1 times of V1 and plus, minus 0.01 into V2. Very nice. I2 equals to Y21. Y21 is 0.1 times of V1 and plus 0.1 times of V2. Excellent. Clear? So this is exactly what you will going to get once you introduce the Y parameters into the equation. But after that, till even not completed this one, you must get the value of what? V1 divided by V2. So for that, my sincere suggestion is V1 and V2 are here, V1 and V2 are here. Either you need to replace I1 or we need to replace I2. Come back here to the expression. What is I2 here? Have you seen here? Plus is here and minus is here. And V2 is the voltage that is given here. And I2 is the current that is coming out of the resistor like this. Clear? What is the relation between V2 and I2 here? Only look at the port 2 here. Only look at the port 2. Nothing else. Look at only port 2. When you look at port 2 here, so plus is taken here and minus is taken here, but the current is coming out of I plus. current is coming out of plus means V2 could be written as minus 100 times of I2. Clear? Minus 100 times of I2. Therefore, very confidently I can replace wherever I2 is there, I can replace that with the minus 1 divided by 100 into V2. Clear? Minus 1 divided by 100 into V2. Take this I2 value and keep here. So simple actually. But I have seen lot of students, they feel that it's a difficult question. They don't understand how to manage these equations and they apply all kind of nonsense this. They convert this into, you know, pi network, and again they introduce the pi network here, and then they will evaluate V1 by V2. They will do all kind of hangama. That is not required. Why negative? Hemant, very good question, Hemant. See, ideally what should happen? If I say plus here and minus here, V2, suppose let us say 100 is there. Suppose if you apply in this way, so please see here, 100 ohm resistor. Obviously, if you write plus here and minus here, it means that ideally I2 should go like this, correct? Ideally, I2 should enter into the positive terminal because it is a passive element. It takes the power. It takes the power means current should enter into the 100 ohm resistor. Then only I can say V2 equal to 100 into I2. But what happens here according to the direction of the current given in the question, he is assuming the current is coming out. That is the reason why I have taken minus here. Clear? Hemant, is it clear? Hemant, I am asking you, is it clear? Ideally, it is a passive element, it should consume the power, but he has given the reverse direction, that's why I took it in the negative. Please let me know in the comment section. Clear, Hemant, very good. Now bring I2 and substitute here and go for the last step of the question. So when I take I2 and substitute here, what you will going to have? Minus 1 divided by 100 into V2. Of course, right hand side. Right hand side is going to be simply like 0.1 times of V1 and then again 0.1 times of V2. 0.1 times of V2. Clear? So take that to this side. It is minus 0.01 times of V2 minus 0.1 times of V2 equal to 0.1 times of V1. Clear? So then what is the value? V1 by V2. Now it's a very simple game here. Calculate V1 by V2. What we want? V2 by V1. Okay, very nice. So therefore, from here we can write down, one second, yeah, V2 we can take outside, minus this will be like 0.1 and plus 0.01. Okay, that side it will be 0.1 times of V1. Take V2 by V1 now, because this is what is expected, which is equal to 0.1 divided by how much this one will be? 0.101. Right? Of course, this is your answer. Just look at what will be the correct answer for this. Of course, the option D will be the correct answer. Just if you want, you can check this one, minus also will be there. Clear? So option D is the correct answer for this question. Please try to see approximately, at least you will going to get the answer. Clear? So if you want, I will do it for 1 second. 1 divided by, so 0.1 divided by 0.101, right? So it is 0.99 I am getting. Here 1 by 11, 1 divided by 11. Yes. Any mistake anywhere we have done? 0.1 divided by 0.11. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. That's what even I am also looking at. Okay. So it is 1, 1. Well, so this is simple then, minus 1 by 11 is the answer for this question. Good question this is also. Option D is the correct answer. Whoever solved this question correctly, you can put 2 marks in your mark sheet. I think Abid Bashir has given the answer so quickly, very fast he has given the answer. So let's appreciate him. And of course, a lot of students have given the correct answer, Niharika, Jahnavi, everyone. Okay. So let's quickly get into the next question. In fact, with this circuit theory is completed. So I have taken 2 standard questions and 1 tricky question, 2 tricky questions and 1 question where you will be trapped. Okay. So all 5 questions we have decently done well enough. 6 questions I think, 3 1 mark and 3 2 marks. Totally 9 marks is covered in the circuit theory. Now let's get into the control system. How many of you got 9 out of 9? I would like to know in the comment section. If you get at least more than 6 out of 9, I can say you are in the correct track. If you get more than 5, you need to improve little bit. Okay. So let's go to the next one. But before going to the control system, I would like to remind you, in BYJU'S exam prep app, we do have both subject wise test series as well as full test series. Those who want to practice more number of mock tests, you can all the way visit the website and visit the web and try to utilize all the services provided in the app. Well, let's get into the control system. The first question in the control system, I have changed the template so that you will get a new energy. So let's quickly get into that. Kaipa has got 5 marks, Hemant has got 5 marks. First, I appreciate you, both of you. You have came up and you have expressed this, right? So whether you get 5 marks or 9 marks or 6 marks doesn't mean. These 5 marks belongs to you. Okay, you have got it with a great hard work. That is more important, right? And Hemant 5 marks, Kaipa has 5 marks. Manoj, what about you? Abid, what about you? Niharika, what about you? Janvi, what about your marks? I would like to know. The first question in the control system, the system shown in the figure has a unit step input. It is a standard question. For the steady state error to be 0.1, the value of k is what? Okay, value of k is going to be how much? I could say these kind of questions are so routine in the GATE examination and so standard, and there is no hodgepodge logic here. It's very simple question. Sir, the screen is blurred. It's only no. If the screen is blurred, then please refresh once again. Everyone, whoever faced this problem, please refresh. You will get the correct. Okay, you will get properly. So please inform to him, Kaipa, Sahiti, so that refresh the screen. Now, this is a simple type 0 system. This is a type 0 system. Am I right? You can either solve from the basics or you can directly use the shortcuts, whatever I have taught in the regular session. It is a type 0 system. If it is a type 0 system, steady state error could be written as ESS, which is equal to, once again, steady state error ESS is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus Kp. Multiple times I have explained this, and I have also explained. See, is the questions on three-phase transformer can be asked? Yes, it can be asked, Janvi. That I will cover in the third mock test. Okay, because we cannot keep all the questions from every concept, right? Okay, so it can be asked. So ESS is equal to 1 by 1 plus Kp, where Kp is the positional error coefficient that can be written as limit s tends to 0, g of s into h of s. Clear? So now I would be saying that limit s tends to 0, g of s into h of s is what? So it is simply like k, obviously divided by s plus 1. Any answer from your side, guys? Fast. 0.1s plus 0.1. Yes, 0.1s plus 1. Now substitute s is equal to 0. So then what is the value of Kp here? Fatafat. So k divided by, yes, Kp is equal to k straight away. So no great hangama here. It's a simple question. Kp is equal to k. Now bring back this Kp and k, substitute. Then you will get steady state error is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus k. And in the exam, sorry, in the question, they have mentioned that this is going to be equal to 0.1. So from the final lines, what we can say, 1 divided by 1 plus k must be equal to 0.1. What is the value of k? Very good. Oh, wow. Nice. K is equal to 9. So many students got the answer. That is 9 is the correct answer here. So let me take the controller gain here as a 9, which is the correct answer. And this is only 1 mark question. Clear? So you can't, this question truly doesn't reserve 2 marks. It's a 1 mark question, but I have seen a lot of response from every one of you. Great. Now let's get into the next question directly here. Okay. Second question is also a standard question. I think control system questions are looking very standard. So fine, let's see. The question number 22, the positive. This is 1 mark question once again. Okay. Positive values of k and a. So in the question itself, they mentioned that they need the positive values of k and a so that the system shown in the figure below oscillate at a frequency of 2 radian per second respectively dash. So this question can be solved from root locus, or this question can be solved from the RH criteria also. So the system oscillates with the 2 radian per second. What does it mean? It means that the system must be marginally stable. System must be marginally stable means we must get all 0 row. First of all, catch the characteristic equation here. So the characteristic equation could be written as 1 plus g of s into h of s is equal to 0. So I am directly writing here. So let me go to the next step. 1 plus. So here it is k into s plus 1, of course, whole divided by s cube plus as square, right? As square plus 2s plus 1 equal to 0. So just continue here still. So it is going to be s cube plus as square plus 2 plus k, of course, whole into s plus 1 plus k, right? So 1 plus k. All of you please look at this clearly. 1 plus k. This is your characteristic equation, right? So he is saying that the system should oscillate with a frequency of 2 radian per second. So how do we do that, right? So take the characteristic equation. First construct the Routh array here. So Routh array, how do we construct? S cube and S square, S power 1 and S power 0. Relax. S cube coefficient, if you see, S cube coefficient is 1 and next coefficient is 2 plus k. So let me take 2 plus k here. Wow, fine. And then a and 1 plus k. A and 1 plus k here. Nice. Right. Then what is the S power 1 coefficient? S power 1 coefficient is a into 2 plus k minus 1 plus k. So this is this divided by a, right? And then here you do have 0 and this is also 0. So this is definitely 0 and this must be 0. The last one, this into 0 and obviously this into this minus 0 by this. So it will be definitely becoming like 1 plus k. Tell me one thing clearly here, where there is a possibility to have all 0 row, first of all. So how can we say that system is marginally stable? No. I am extremely sorry, because he himself told that it is pakka oscillating at 2 radian per second. So that means the poles must be there on the imaginary axis, correct? So poles must be there on the imaginary axis at that particular value of gain. So in fact it is J2 and this is J2. Then only the system will, impulse response of the system will going to oscillate, correct? To get the poles like this, it is like a j omega format, right? So here it is plus j omega and here it is minus j omega, and that omega is 2 radian per second. So that means the poles are there on the j omega axis. Therefore obviously we need to have marginally stable system only, correct? So for that all 0 row should be there. Where there is a possibility to have all 0 row, a and k, he is saying positive number. A is a positive number, k is a positive number. Then there is only one possibility, that this is the only equation where there is a chance to get all 0 equation, correct? So that means this must be 0 to get all 0 row. So this must be 0 to get all 0 row. Clear? So all of you please respond in the comment section. Is it clear or not? Don't sit just like that if you are not clear with the solution. A into 2 plus k minus 1 plus k, of course that must be equal to 0. So therefore a could be simply given as 1 plus k divided by 2 plus k. Simple. A could be this one. Easy. Avani Chandran, is it clear to you? Avani Chandran, I have explained why it should be a marginally stable system, because he himself told that the system is oscillating, the response of the system is oscillating with a 2 radian per second, means poles must be at J2 and minus J2. Therefore, I can consider as the poles are there on the j omega axis, the system is marginally stable. So please let me know in the comment section, is it clear to you or not? Now, after that, so this is equation 1, I can put like this. Then what is the auxiliary equation here? Auxiliary equation is straightforward. So look at that. Auxiliary equation is this. This is one equation above this auxiliary equation. So if I consider auxiliary equation, how do we get this one? That is a into s square plus 1 plus k, that must be equal to 0. Therefore a times of s square is equal to minus 1 plus k first of all, and s square is equal to minus 1 plus k whole divided by a, right? And then s is equal to please see, plus or minus j into under root of 1 plus k whole divided by a. This is what you are going to get. Ideally what should happen? Right? So you see the poles are mentioned, it is plus or minus j into what? He himself told that it should oscillate with the 2 radian per second. That means the poles must be s is equal to plus or minus j into 2, right? So this must be the poles of auxiliary equation, but this is what you are getting from the equation. So therefore it must be equal to plus or minus j times of 2, correct? Plus or minus j times of 2. Now if you compare that, what you will going to get here? So just compare these two. So under root of 1 plus k whole divided by a, that must be equal to 2. Therefore 1 plus k divided by a, that is equal to 4. Clear? That is equal to 4. Simple, that a can be written as equal to 1 plus k divided by 4. A is equal to 1 plus k divided by 4. This is what a. Now bring here and substitute here. Then I am very sure if you substitute, what you will going to get? 1 plus k by 4 equal to 1 plus k divided by 2 plus k. I am very sure k will come directly as 2. Please check it if you want. K is equal to 2. Excellent. Very good. Outstanding. Then what is A here? A is going to be K plus 1. 1 plus K by 4. So 3 by 4, which is nothing but 0.75. It's a good question, right? So it's a good question. It really tested your basic lies. However, I can rate this question as, not so good question. It's an average question. It's an average question. You may ask a question to me, sir, why you are rating this as average and you have made only 1 mark. See, this is a standard question. In regular sessions, wherever I handle control system, I solve the questions far beyond than this level. Those students who attended my classes, they might be knowing that I show all the way total control system in a more deep way. Those who solve at that level, these questions looks very easy for them. Okay. So, but anyway, I appreciate the students who have solved this, and this is the actual level of the GATE. Actual level of the GATE. So it's very cool and very much fine for the students who solve this and got option B. You can keep 1 mark in your register, and let's move on to the next question. Clear? So option B is the correct answer, and let's go to the next question. Next question is, I say this is little bit tricky question, okay, but not great question. Of course, this is also of 1 mark. Right? The root locus diagram of a unity feedback control system with the loop transfer function is given like this. This is G of S. Very good. Is intersecting line zeta 0.707, which is shown in the figure. The value of K at intersection of 0.707 line and the root locus is dash. So he is saying that we need to have characteristic equation and zeta must be equal to 0.707. Likewise, what could be the value of K? That's the question. So simple, right? First of all, if it is G of S, what is the closed loop transfer function? Can you fatafat catch this one? Closed loop transfer function could be written as C of S by R of S is equal to G of S by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Am I right? This is the standard closed loop system transfer function. You don't require to do lot of hangama here. This is the basic one. So it is G of S and H of S is equal to 1 because nothing is mentioned, means it is 1. So H of S is 1, G of S is this. Therefore, directly I can say K divided by S square plus 2 times of S plus K. Right? 2 times of S plus K. Now compare with the standard form. Okay, compare with the standard form. That is where your beauty is there here. So if you compare this with the standard form, what is the standard form? Omega n square whole divided by S square plus 2 zeta omega n into S plus omega n square. Relax. Find what is omega n first of all. Omega n equal to under root of K and 2 zeta omega n, that is equal to how much? 2 zeta omega n is 2. Then we require what? So omega n could be written as 2 by, of course 2 will going to get cancelled. So I can say clearly it is simply like 1 by zeta, right? 1 by zeta, and zeta is said as 0.77. So therefore zeta could be written as root 2. Same. So 1 by root 2. So I think it is 1 by, 0.07 means it is 1 by root 2, right? So 1 by root 2 inverse. So it is going to be root 2. So please check. So this is root 2. That means all the way we can say omega n equals to root 2. See guys, zeta equal to 0.707 means that is 1 by root 2. And here we require 1 by zeta. That means 1 by root 2, that will become root 2. Clear? Simple calculation. And omega n is root k. Already I told you this one. This is the simple question. Omega n is root k. Root k is equal to root 2. Therefore, k is equal to 2. I think the questions what we solved so far are looking simple. Fine. So k is equal to root 2. That is the answer. How many of you got the correct answer? Let me see in the screen bar, chat box. Wow. Very good. Nice, Raviteja. Very good. Nice. Right? Yes, X. Chinmay, correct. So the answer to this question is 2. Numerically answer type. Whoever got answer as 2, you can keep 1 mark in your mark sheet. Let's go to the next question here. Okay. Next question is also quite simple, I guess. This one. Right. Consider the gain and phase plot shown below. Find the gain margin and phase margin. Which statement is correct? Okay. So this is a MSQ type question. So be relaxed. When you see the screen, when you see the diagram, many students, they get fear. They get scared. I don't know why. So relax. Try to understand the statements of the questions clearly. So they are asking you the question related to gain margin and phase margin. Suppose if you want to get a gain margin, what we require? we require omega PC. What do you mean by omega PC? Omega PC is the frequency where the phase is minus 180 degrees. Look at that, these are the phase lines. Phase minus 90, minus 60 and minus 180. At what value of omega it is happening? At this value of omega. Let me take this one. This value of omega, right? So that means phase is becoming minus 180 degrees at the frequency of 25 radian per second, correct? At the frequency of 25 radian per second. So therefore I could say omega PC is 25 radian per second. Please try to understand clearly, right? So what is the gain margin then? Gain margin in dB, it is nothing but, so minus of 20 logarithmic of modulus of G of j omega PC, H of j omega PC, simple. In dB this is what it will become. Actually in normal case it should be 1 divided by modulus of G of j omega PC, H of j omega PC. If you apply 20 log of 1 divided by something, it will come minus. So now can you see here what would be the value here? So this is the magnitude of the system. This is the magnitude of the system at omega PC. Now come back to the magnitude plot. So when you come back to the magnitude plot at omega 25 radian per second, what is the magnitude? Magnitude is minus 8 dB, correct? Magnitude is minus 8 dB. What does it mean? It is going to be minus and minus 8 dB. All the way I can say the gain margin is 8 dB, correct? So whatever I have done, that is gain margin in dB, right? Gain margin in dB. So option A is correct. But wow. So any other option? Janhavi has given the answer very fast. Let's see the phase margin. This is for 2 mass actually. It's a simple question, but it is asked for 2 mass, 8 dB. What about the phase margin? Phase margin, if you want, means you require the gain crossover frequency. Gain crossover frequency means the frequency at which the the magnitude becomes 0 dB. Now look at that. This is the frequency 5 radian per second. Okay, this is omega PC I should say, and this is omega GC. Why it is omega GC? So at this frequency the magnitude becomes 0 dB, correct? The magnitude becomes 0 dB. But look at what is the phase at that frequency. Down the line, if you look at the phase, it is cutting the phase line of minus 160 degree, correct? Minus 160 degree. That means at this frequency the phase of the system is minus 160 degree. At this frequency the phase is minus 160 degree. So therefore this is what it is considered as a 5GC, correct? This is what considered as a 5GC. 5GC is what? 5GC is the phase at gain crossover frequency that is coming down to be minus 180 degree, minus 160 degrees. Therefore phase margin is equal to 180 degrees plus 5GC. This is the formula for this phase margin. Formula for the phase margin. What would be the answer? 180 degrees minus 160 degrees. I could say the answer as 20 degrees. So gain margin and phase margin both are positive. What would be the answer? A and C both are correct. Whether the closed loop system is stable or unstable, guys, can you tell me? Closed loop system is stable or unstable? Of course this is out of the question. Closed loop control system is of course stable. Why? Because gain margin is positive, phase margin is also positive. Gain margin is positive, phase margin is also positive, means it is stable system. Another way to look at the stability is omega PC is greater than omega GC. Omega PC is greater than omega GC. This is another way to know the stability. Okay, omega PC is greater than omega GC. That way also you can tell the answer, because omega PC is 25, omega GC is 5. So therefore we can say the system is closed loop system. I repeat, closed loop control system is stable. Clear? So that is for 2 marks. I hope you all might got the answer for this very easily. This is a simple 2 marks question. But of course you need to do some work and you need to be clear with the concept. This question is to check whether you are clear with the concept or not. Because whenever the transfer function is given, what happens is most of the students, they by heart the formula, they know the formula and they will simply start doing the procedure and they get the answer. But when this kind of diagram is given, it checks your analytical skill, analytical power. Do you really know how to get this or not? Do you really know the basic fundamental logic behind phase margin or gain margin or not? So I appreciate this kind of questions rather than following a standard procedure and getting the answer. Clear? So let's get into the next question here. Yeah, I feel this is also moderate level question. Let's see. The asymptotic Bode magnitude plot is shown in the figure. There are 4 options here, A, B, C, D, right? So what would be the correct answer here? So type 2 system, it has the 2 zeros and 3 poles. So let us see what could be the correct answer here. Okay. So first of all, when you have this way, so look at that, here the slope is 0 dB per decade, right? So here the slope is 0 dB per decade. Now can you tell me from here to here what is the slope change? From here to here the slope change is increased by 40 dB per decade, correct? So that means at 2 we have a first corner frequency at 2 omega c1, and this is slope is increased. Before 2 we have 0 dB per decade, after 2 we have 40 dB per decade. That means we have 2 zeros here. Okay, so I mean it is the 0 of order 2, correct? It is the 0 of order 2 corner frequency. So let me write down, it is the 0 of order 2. So let me write down order 2, number 1. Clear? And going ahead with the same thing, this is again the slope is actually decreased from here to here. So this is another corner frequency, I could say. In fact, this is omega c2. Now what is happening at omega c2? Look at carefully here. Look at 40 dB to minus 20 dB. That means what the slope is changing from 40 dB to minus 20 dB means slope is decreasing. How much it is decreasing? From 40 it is going to 20, minus 20. That means it is actually 60 dB is decreasing. 60 dB is decreasing means it is a pole of order 3, correct? Pole of order 3, right? So therefore, so what should I say? Which are the correct answers here? First of all, it has 2 zeros and 3 poles. Fine, B is correct. And 3 poles are present at corner frequency omega is equal to 10. Of course, this is right, right? It is type 2 system. I don't think so because we don't have any poles at origin. So option A is wrong answer. So there are no poles at origin. So it is straight away wrong answer. Then only we need to look at whether this is correct or not, right? So we need to check whether this transfer function is correct or not. For that, I will give you a simple logic. Take this transfer function. So just go ahead 1 second, no problem. So G of S into H of S, right? And it is a unity feedback system, no problem. So let's consider this transfer function 25,000, 25 into 10 to the power of 3 into S plus 2 whole square. So we can check the option directly. It will give the answer so easily. And if you already get the answer, I appreciate that. Okay. So S plus 10 whole cube here. So now tell me what is the magnitude of this system first of all. The magnitude of the system could be written as modulus of G of j omega into H of j omega, right? So that is equal to, anyway at omega is equal to 0, he himself is saying that 40 dB. Omega equal to 0, we need to have 40 dB. So magnitude at omega is equal to 0, if you see, what you will going to get here? When you substitute omega is equal to 0, then I am very sure 25 into 10 cube into 2 square, that is 4 divided by 10 cube, right? So 10 cube, I can say 10 cube here, right? So therefore, what should I say? 10 cube will going to get cancelled. 25 into 4, that is 100. So this is what you are getting. So magnitude in dB, how much you will going to get? Magnitude in dB could be written as equals to 20 log of 100. So that is equal to 40 dB. Wonderful. This is correct, right? So because the DC gain is clearly coming as 40 dB and the corner frequencies are clearly matching. At 2 we have 0 and at 10 we have pole. So therefore, all the way I can say 2 zeros are there, 3 poles are there. Everything is matching here. So option C is also correct answer. So for this is of course it is a 2 mass MSQ question. 2 mass MSQ question, and option B, C, D are correct answers. Clear? So now let's go to the last question. This is a good question. So please try to take some time. No problem. It may take at least 4 to 5 minutes. So all of you try to answer this question. This is from state space analysis. Don't neglect this one. Every one of you be fast. Fast. So we have a question here. Consider the system dx of t. Sir, in another 5 minutes. Right. So the question is, consider the system dx of t by dt is equal to ax plus bu here, right? So 1 second. Yes, and a is given and b is given, where p and q are the arbitrary real numbers. Which of the following statements about the controllability of the system is true? So wow, we require to know only about the controllability. Observability is not at all there, but they have given a lot of things here. So let us see how we can estimate that? So from the anyway, it is also for 2 marks question. First of all, it is also 2 marks question. So for controllability checkup, we need to have a controllability matrix. Let us say controllability matrix could be written as a phi c, which is equal to, what should I say here? Phi c is equal to B, B and AB, right? So it's a 2 by 2 matrix. So B and AB. What is B here? B is actually nothing but P and Q. P and Q. What about AB here? So AB. So let me do here AB calculation. First of all, A is, wow, this is also simple, 1 0 0 1, and B is going to be P and Q here. So I think control system question seems to be very easy. For me, I am feeling it is very easy, but I don't know how you are feeling. So moderate to the level of GATE, not so great, not so less also. P, and again this is going to be Q. But overall circuit theory and control system both are exactly equal to the GATE level, even little bit lower than the GATE level. Okay, so P and Q. This is what you are getting, QC. Now, if it is QC, tell me what could be the answer here. So obviously, if you find the rank of this matrix or the determinant of QC, it will be equal to, obviously without any value of P and Q, that makes it equal to 0 only, correct? P and Q. What could be the correct answer then, right? So the system is completely state controllable for any non-zero values of P and Q. Is it correct answer? No, right? The system is uncontrollable for all the values of P and Q. You take here any value, take the value of P anything and Q anything. PQ minus PQ, always it is equal to 0, right? So irrespective of anything, the system is uncontrollable here, right? So people see that this question is a very difficult question, but once you go deeply into the question, when you start evaluating, it's a matter of just 10 seconds only, correct? So the correct answer for this question is option C. Option C is the right answer for this question. And with this, I have done with the control system as well as circuit theory. I hope you really enjoyed with this, all the questions of circuit theory and control system. I can rate myself as all the way, this is exactly equal to the GATE level. Next time, third mock test, we will be having supreme questions. Clear? Right? Yes. Right. So those students who want to practice more amount of test series, right? More tests like, practicing subject wise as well as full length mock test. Always you can visit the app or visit the website of BYJU'S. We are as a team always be here to help the students. Okay, fine. There are so many other test series which are available, but utilize the services which are provided to you and be interactive with the faculty. At the last moment, you really require a lot of confidence, lot of attention, and don't get deviated. You have all the way done great work till now. Continue the same momentum till you get the success. Okay. At any point of time, don't bring the negative thoughts in your mind and you discourage yourself. Rather than you need to have a self-confidence and motivation which has to be developed from inner self. Clear? I hope you will definitely rock in the final examination. In case if you find any difficulty, please reach out to me and get into the link. In fact, get connected through the Telegram. Okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comment section, every one of you, how many of you enjoyed this section. Both control system as well as circuit theory, both. Every one of you. Kaipa, then you must know where you need to apply, when to apply that, GATE ECE test. Okay. So, sir, I am done. You can start. Okay. I'll stop and you can start. Right. Sir, instrumentation. Yes, Bharatraj, we will be having a separate mock test for instrumentation for sure. One complete mock test. Guys, Sanjay Rathi sir will going to handle the next session, both analog electronics and EDC session. So connect to the Sanjay sir. And now let me leave. Yes. Hello. Yes, sir. Yeah. So thank you, sir.